Mangia bene, vivi felice, buon appetito.
The new 101.3 Row FM.
Definitely, man. A blessing from Shiloh. This is Cruise Rock. Cruise Rock, don't give up. Cruise Rock, don't give up. Hey, man. Definitely, man. It is Shiloh, and you're tuned into 101.3 Row FM. I go by the name of Scavinci, and like I've been telling you guys from when I popped up here last week, Thursday, I was going to be back, and I was not going to just be doing a regular show where I just turning up the place with music. I'm going to actually be having conversations with people in the community that is actually working for the community. And I have in the studio with me right now 2 individuals that are definitely community-minded. The one thing that all 3 of us have in common is a school that we can't wait to be reopened called Alexander Henderson Elementary School. Another thing that we also have in common is a school that is about to be reopened, relocated, but built not only on history, but also on innovation. A school that has been assembled for the children of our territory that has one thing in mind, and that is forward futuristic thinking. And we're talking about the Arthur A. Richards Middle School. I want to believe the A is for AI, for the amount of technology that is into this school. I have the Director of Communications for Government House, Richard Mota.
Good afternoon.
And I also have, I hear my brother, I also have the Chief of Staff for the Governor, Mr. Kevin Williams Sr. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Scotty. How you doing, man?
Doing good, man.
Listen, we're so happy to be back here to be just rapping with you.
Hey, I feel like
talk a few things, you know?
It feel like how long ago it's been? How long has it been?
Like in December, so about 6 months.
Oh my gosh.
So about 6 months.
Okay. I thought they were longer than that.
Yeah, but about 6 months. And I think that's good for us to be able to do these little, half a year check-ins.
Yeah.
The last time we were here, we were talking about so many different challenges that you guys were tackling as an administration. And the one thing that I want to say here before we start is a lot of times we have this whole concept in our minds that, the time done, so they ain't care. Mm-hmm. I never got that when we spoke in December, because every project, everything that we spoke about came from a place of compassion, dedication, and I saw within you 2 brothers the eagerness to finish what you have started. So the lame duck administration terminology that gets thrown around here, I will honestly say it doesn't seem to apply to the Brian Roach team.
Well, I want to say really good afternoon to the people of St. Croix, the listenership of 101.3 Row FM. Big up Halima, big up the crew that's keeping the station and representing for, I think, the demographic that the station represents. You know what I mean? Yes. And we came here to just make sure that from our standpoint that we talk to this demographic as well. So just really big up to everybody and really good afternoon. I'm Kevin Williams Sr. I was a Chief of Staff, but really and truly, I just from St. Croix, and I just am Virgin Islander, and I just doing my thing. Yeah. I try to earn my money every single day. I got to work, and you know what I mean? That's all I doing. No, we're in the job, and we got problems. We got issues.
We got challenges.
Yes, we got challenges.
And
that's why, we're here. That's why I get up and got to work to confront and solve what problems may occur.
Yes.
And that's our job. We don't run from it. We take it head on. There's always the expectation that, we can solve a problem overnight. But that's not really the way it works.
That's not reality.
You can't build an airplane overnight. You can't build a refinery overnight.
No.
And if you do those things overnight, they're probably ain't gonna last. If I tell you I'm gonna build you a house and I'm gonna build your house in one day, it's a 2x4 and I play what I knock up and I say, here's your house.
Yes.
But if I want something that's gonna last, then I gotta put in necessary planning, design, resiliency in it, foundation. And we talk about foundation, whether it's music, arts, or whatever, a home foundation. And you can't build a foundation overnight if you want it to last. So that's what we've really been doing. I think the Brian Roach administration, we've been trying to solve problems but build a foundation that's going to last. And the recovery of the Virgin Islands is one that has to be built with some resilience. So people who say we want it quick, we want it fast, some people like to say hurry dog eat raw meat. Well, you got to take time to do things properly. You got to do things in accordance with the rules and regulations, especially for the man who giving you all this money.
Yes.
They got a lot of rules.
Yes.
So just to level set to everybody out there, it don't mean that we ain't working hard. And I want to really dispel maybe a myth, that's out there that I see sometimes. It's election season, how it is.
Talk your mind.
That people think that, that my boss, Governor Albert Bryan Jr., is just having fun.
Yeah.
And ain't working hard. You know what I mean? I could just tell the general public, as you see him smile out there, and he said he loved being governor, all that, but this man, to work hard, grind, to be up every single morning, 7:30, understanding what's going on in the Virgin and the issues, the challenges. And from then the day gone out the gate. That's what we do every single morning.
Are we talking Saturday, Sunday?
Well, no, not Saturday, Sunday. but no. But Saturday, Sunday, my phone don't stop ringing.
That's why
I don't got
that's
issues
why-
going on.
That's why he's the chief of staff. But to your point, Scavi, like you had mentioned earlier, I mean, we going until January 12th, I believe.
Seven.
January 7th, 2027. Right? And we ain't letting off the gas until then.
I see that.
Because the people of the Virgin Islands elected the governor to a first term. They didn't elect him to that term for him to stop 6 months ahead and cool out. They didn't elect him to a second term to do the same thing. And so we take that mandate seriously. And so we're going to continue to press on until that date. We still, like you mentioned, we get challenges.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that we're doing. There's a lot of progress being made, but we still got work to do. And we plan on continuing that work until that date.
Scabby, one of the things I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, man.
Listen,
you're on the Ballppark.
listeners, I hope
This
they
is the
listen.
Ballppark.
This is the Ballppark.
So we could be real. We've
All
been
right.
on the park together.
We've been at the park, Wim Park,
And
to
we
be
won.
exact.
And we won.
Yes. You will get the read from the chief of staff today. There's some people that say we got some things ahead of us, and they're saying, leave it for the next set of politicians to come and fix it.
Yeah, leave it for the
Right?
next.
Leave it for the next. And the thing is, Scabby, we don't even know who the next man is.
You don't know.
So we got problems today, and we got some people telling us, don't do nothing else. Leave it for the next man. Our leaders, that's what they're telling us, And then on the second breath, they say it's taking too long.
Yeah.
You ain't moving fast enough.
I think what's most concerning about that point too is you out of one side of your mouth you're saying, let's leave it for the next administration. This is too ambitious for us to take up in the next 6 months. Let's leave it for the next administration. But then those same people out of the other side of the mouth ain't talking about what their solutions are, right? So they're saying leave it alone, let somebody else deal with it. But the other people that are saying to deal with it ain't bringing forward no solution.
So with that being said, I gon piggyback because I ain't set this up, and this ain't a setup, but it gonna roll right in to who may be next.
Okay.
All right. What I saw last night, I was privy to have sit down with you last night, and before I gonna let anybody know, me and Kevin and Richard, we's friends for a long time.
Yeah.
So I gonna just put it out there. I ain't gonna act and pretend like I don't know these guys and I don't know their character. I don't know where they came from. I don't know their humble beginnings. I don't know what they did to get to this point in their careers. I'm not gonna pretend. And that's a lot of the things that happen when you go on these shows. People don't want to act as if they don't really know who you are because they're trying to appease the public who may not know who you guys are. And if you're in the Virgin Islands and you don't know Richie's story, then that's shame on you. You know what I'm saying? Because I know this brother from right coming up with my brother in school. Yeah. And you, Kevin, was a little ahead of me when I used to race bike come down your hill. You know what I'm saying? Now the course race sometimes I don't cuss when we coming up and we coursing and you know, like, so it's a thing where in the territory sometimes we need to put aside this thing that we call politics and start to deal with the individuals as we know them. Because at the end of the day, when everybody's title is stripped down and no longer there, you still are the individuals who you were when you got the position. Right? So,
and I'm going to remain the person who I am after I ain't in this position. Just let me know. John Q Public know. Kevin's still going to be Kevin after I said and done.
And let me tell them a story before we go into this commercial break. And then when we come out of the commercial break, we want to talk about the things that you have been working on coming up, you know, the different endeavors. I see roads being paved, bridges being open. I want to talk about that high level, you know what I'm saying? And then we come into wherever. But Kevin and myself had a problem when our children were playing Little League Baseball. And I called Kevin a man in and said, yo, they didn't get on board. And we set up and we had a meeting out by Sunset. It used to be the little bar right there before you turn to go up.
Sandcastle.
No,
not Sandbar.
It was before Sandbar. We went past Sandbar. We went with the Thunder Road to go up in the rainforest.
Okay, yeah.
They had that one there been closed down for a long time. Yes. Sunset Grill or something like that they are called. And we had our meeting there. Me and Kevin and Kenny. And people like to talk about, you know, frivolous spending. Kevin ain't spending $1 unless they have some type of thing. Watch out, we there in Puerto Rico, you know, and these man get back going, boom, boom, and I said, Kevin, we gotta go buy bat. Kevin said, we ain't budget for that. So with that, like I'm saying, so with that being said, man, we need to understand the people that we actually have right now in front of us are people who actually cares and don't spend money like in their money. And that's very important. Let me go into this commercial break and we'll be right back.
Row FM, WEVI.
Join Donna Fred Gregory and Rodney Moorhead, candidates for governor and lieutenant governor, for the official launch of Enough is Enough, the plan forward. Hear their bold plan to deliver results for the U.S. Virgin Islands, Friday, June 5th at 5:30 p.m. on the St. Thomas Waterfront Promenade, across from the District Court. On St. Croix, join us for the watch party at our Lorraine headquarters. Donna and Rodney will turn hope into action and action into a brighter future. Enough is enough. It's time for results. We'll see you there. Tune in to Row FM this Friday for the live stream broadcast on Facebook and on the dial at 1013 Row FM WEVI.
Virgin Island people, they tell me they set and ready for this. They want strength in government. 2026.
Welcome to the new and improved My Lord Variety Store and Smoke Shop, conveniently located in the Barron Spot Village Mall, Bay 14, St. Croix, USVI. You could see it from the road. Discover a world of delight from our soothing soaps, enchanting essential oils, and holistic scented body oil. We have a wide variety of therapeutic incenses, traditional burning sages, scented candles. We provide everything that makes your senses come alive.
Smoke fill up the skies from yours truly.
We We offer the most extensive range of rolling papers in the Caribbean. Pre-rolled cone, filter tip, rolling tray, exotic bong, custom-made pipes, grinder, CBD hemp products, ice cold drinks, liquor, and much more. And don't forget the blend. Be sure to come in and scratch for your chance to win on any of our many Caribbean lottery games. Play Pick 3, Pick 4, Powerball, Mega Million, and Super Lotto. My Lord Variety Store and Smoke Shop. Open Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sundays, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Be sure to follow us on social media at My Lord Variety Store. Your satisfaction is our priority.
You can spend an hour here, take a tour, learn how the land works, or you can stay longer. Catch a farm food event, sit, eat, talk, breathe. You can wake up here too. Farm stays that keep you close to the land. And when the space opens up, field days bring people outside for something simple and real. Prosperity Farm Distillery. However long you stay, it stays with you.
Need construction work done? Call the team that's ready to build, repair, and transform your space. SAB Construction. From strong masonry work to smooth drywall and sheetrock installation, beautiful tile settings, and clean professional painting services, SAB Construction is here to meet all your needs. Reliable service, quality results, and affordable prices, and free estimates too. Call today, 340-205-6101, or email at sabconstruction43@gmail.com. That's SAB Construction, building island greatness, one project at a time.
Parents, are you looking for a well-rounded summer camp? Interchanges, where the fun never stops and the adventure never ends, presents 2026 Summer Camp. Face Fantastic Adventure Camp Explosion. We offer academics, pool party, horseback riding, gaming and technology, fishing, cooking, music, art, bowling, Buck Island adventures, and fun-filled field trips. Camp lasts 8 weeks, June 8th to July 31st. Boys and girls ages 3 to 13 are welcome. Register May 23rd, 10 to 2 p.m. at Victorious Believers Church. Get your kids ready for a fantastic time. Stay connected on Facebook or call me, Miss Teatree, 340-719-1725. 340-719-1725. Block grant accepted.
Armstrong Ice Cream St. Croix, serving up sweetness, family style, down in Frederickstead. Come cool on down with island ice cream flavors that you love. Pumpkin and Baileys for Thanksgiving vibes. Sweet guava for Christmas time. And all year round, we're serving up lemongrass, soursop, gooseberry, guava berry, passion fruit, and so much more. Amazing and refreshing taste in every single scoop. Hungry? You'll just love the deli. Veggie beef burgers hot off the grill. Cheese quesadillas done just right. Hours nice and easy. Tuesday to Saturday, 7 to 7 with the deli serving until 2:30 p.m. And Sundays serving ice cream from 11 to 7 p.m. Give us a call, 340-772-1919. That's Armstrong Ice Cream. Cool vibes, sweet flavors, island style. Department of Sports, Parks, and Recreation presents Summer Camp 2026. Registration is now open. Give your child a summer filled with fun, learning, sports, recreation, and unforgettable memories. Camp dates run from June 8th through July 17th for children ages 6 to 14. Registration fee, just $150 per child. Space is limited, so don't you wait. Registration will close once camps are filled. For more information or register, call St. Croix 340-773-0160. On St. Thomas, the number is 340-774-0255. Or visit dspr.vi.gov for more details. The Department of Sports, Parks, and Recreation Summer Camp 2026, where summer fun begins.
From the VI Radio Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Scott Kaplan. Skies will be clear to partly cloudy as we head into the nighttime hours. It'll be breezy. Temperatures will drop into the upper 70s. Mix of sunshine and clouds, breezy on Wednesday. A shower or two possible. Temperatures will get up into the upper 80s. Any showers taper off Wednesday evening, partly cloudy overnight, low in the middle to upper 70s. Hazy sunshine on Thursday as some more Saharan dust moves in. Breezy and hot. Highs will get up close to 90 degrees. Hazy sunshine continues on Friday. Breezy again. Highs around 90. Looking ahead to Saturday, more of the same. Mostly sunny skies. Still hazy. Breezy and hot with a high temperature close to 90 degrees one more time. From the VI Radio Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Scott Kaplan.
There was good and evil. We chose good.
Hey, definitely, man. You're tuned in to 101.3 Row FM. I've been in here with Kevin and I've been in here with Richard. And I say, Scabby, play some tunes. So look what we're going to do.
The rich man's wealth is in the city. Yeah. Destruction of the poor is his poverty. Lord.
It is politics time, election time in the territory.
Is vanity.
But one thing we know, we got our people, you know. Yeah. We ain't doing them who could switch and point thing to represent a group. We want real, authentic people. You hear me?
And I wanna rule my destiny. Yeah, I wanna rule my destiny. Whoa,
let me hear you.
Destiny, Mama, look from when you call me. Destiny, Mama, look from when you call it. I wanna rule my destiny. Yeah, oh, help I please. I wanna rule my destiny. Oh, Lord, I've been blessed, I've been touched. I love just so much. They keep fighting me. I'm not giving up. May the realms of Zion fill my spiritual cup. Wisdom overstanding must never be too much. Give I protection day and night from even the pestilence that walk at that daylight. Destiny, Mama, look from when you're calling. Destiny, Mama, look from when you're calling. I wanna rule my destiny. Yeah, oh, if I please, I wanna rule my destiny. Whoa, whoa, yeah. Cause the way they're caught some hoes, Lord, you have them in the region, in the valley of decision, restraining the Edens with a rod of iron. You know not the destiny of a next man, why hold him? Set him free for too long. I wanna rule my destiny. Oh yeah, I really wanna rule my destiny. Hear me call, call, call. Destiny, Mama, look from when you calling. Destiny, Mama, look from when you calling. I wanna rule my destiny.
Quick question. When I hear this song, right? Knowing the positions that you guys are in right now, that you driving, going to work in the yellow building we all passed as a child. How does that make you feel, Richie?
Oh man, important, man, but a part of the bigger picture and a piece of the puzzle that we all a part of, man. You know, it gives me a lot of pride to know that I'm one cog in this machine, you know, that's working to progress our islands.
That's a perfect answer. And Kevin, the same thing for you. How you feel knowing all these years we used to pass that yellow building and not even know how the grass used to get cut?
Listen, you know, we come from a place where we weren't entitled, we weren't privileged. It ain't laid out for us. So when you talk about destiny, you know, God got something to do with what power we sitting with and giving us the ability to really make a positive change. And that's why we don't play. We don't work hard every single day to get things moving forward, you know. And we struggle through. We take the blows, you know what I mean? And we confront the challenges, but we about solutions.
You're tuned into 101.3 Row FM. Now, broadcasting from the Nampa Auto and Truck Park Studio. Like and follow them on Facebook for new promotions on everyday items that all cars and trucks need.
Tell you about black man supremacy. Ice the Rastafari. Oi, oi. Selassie, I will take. Ayo. Hey. These are the trumpets. Making the sound. Hey. Watch over us. Emperor Selassie, hide them your roads, rugged and steep. I know it is a must for us to make it home, even through them your gnashing of teeth. Hey, guide over us. Knees could never get weak. I know it is a must for us to make it home. To them you're gnashing up teeth or seat. These are those who constantly they have been placing the rocks on the traps, leaving their snares laying, and then wish we all who them hate to be falling. Yet none of them face the witness die uprising. Feeling high, making it onto my way. No apology, why I'm on them every day. Conspiracy leads the game you play. Now the fall on the knees without my say. Hey, guide over us. Holy Emmanuel, I is a road, rugged and steep. I know it is a must for us to make it home, even through them you're gnashing up teeth. Yo, guide over us. Emperor Selassie, Isis and knees could never get weak.
Listen, man, a lot of y'all hearing this music and know who I have in the building with me. It's because, man, we have to make sure we protect, provide, and bless these Virgin Islands. Inside the voice of Sizzla Kalonji.
Riverbanks, within life you've got the fun.
And yeah, man.
Hey, here is the...
All right, one more time. Let me hear you now.
Hey, Jaja, give my man health and strength. Working for you makes no sense. You could never put a dime in my pocket. King Selassie on the front line, so watch this. Guide over us. Emperor Selassie, I dem your road, rugged and steep. I know it is a must for us to make it home, even through them you're gnashing up teeth. Hey, guide over us, only Emmanuel, I roads too rugged and steep. I know it is a must for us to make it home, through them you're gnashing up teeth. Them high statistics and economics have them going so kinky. Me draw from me Rasta man song, me bing the drum, me calabash chalice and Babylon so me crazy, giving praises. Now ya bingy Isis, our business. Me no join them slavery, Jaja them burn them bridge, spiting me big. Well you don't know I swim across to my victory. Jaja guide over us. Emperor Selassie, I them are roads rugged and steep. I know it is a must for us to make it home. To them you're gnashing up teeth. I tell you, go and protect us. Holy Emmanuel, I knees could never get weak. I know it is a must. Oh, for us to make it home. To them you're gnashing up teeth on seat.
Hey, definitely, man. And I just really want to take this time to say, I appreciate the fact that, you, Kevin, and even Richard, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't just look at it like, oh, we coming to the radio. I know I'm coming to talk to me, sir. I'm coming and talk to Scavi. Yeah. And, I could see that everything is going to be transparent and truthful. And the one thing that the administration did that was kind of surprising, and I think it was welcomed, even though this may not be a demographic that actually comes out and vote, but when y'all held the Rastafari ceremony in Government House, when he declared, I want to believe he declared herb like a sacrament, like as far as policy and crafting that type of legislation or even enacting that as an executive order, either you, Richard, or Kevin, like, what was the thought process? Because I know a lot of people didn't necessarily expect that from this administration. How did that come about?
The governor, for any of you who know the governor, he's a down-to-earth person.
Definitely is.
And he's very community-centered. Mm-hmm. You could see him walking about the community in places that you might not expect to see a governor of the Virgin Islands in most instances. And he's an approachable person, and he approaches policy the same way, right? His public policy stances, what's good for the people is good policy. And
So wait, before you go, that's something like he does say, like you know, like you get sorting people.
Not
like,
in those exact words,
but
but
that's how he do live.
That's just how he approaches policy.
Okay, I like it. Go ahead.
And you know, when you're for the recreational or adult use marijuana legislation, there was no kind of consideration in the original draft of the legislation for sacramental use, right? And in many places there isn't. And so the governor said, well, that's not right. Let's include that. And so there was that inclusion, that the recognition for sacramental use under the adult use in the cannabis law. And then, of course, the Rastafari observance or day at Government House. All of those are things that, you know, the governor feels that are necessary, and that, you know, why not? He's an all-inclusive type of person.
I like that.
So and I really, that is Governor Albert Bryan. That's who he is.
Yes.
He real.
Yeah.
And sometimes some people don't like that because.
You think they don't like it, or they're not accustomed
they're not,
of it?
I think they're not accustomed of it. And if you look at everybody who is now running, they put on this thing that they're gonna fix everything and they're gonna solve it. And you see the blowback from the community right away. Well, let's say, where you been?
Where you been doing?
Where you been doing?
Like you don't have a job now.
Okay, exactly. So, but Governor Bryan, we know this man will hang out anywhere, anytime with anybody.
Yes.
And that's one of the things I like about my boss. If you have a billionaire fly down here on a private jet, he goes sit down, have a conversation with them, reason with them, still protect the people. But if it's a man who just down in tongue, big stuff, or whatever, he's going to be able to relate to them, because we have to govern and be responsible for the entire Virgin Islands. Whether it's Water Island, St. John, St. Thomas, St. Croix, and in each one of those islands, there is separate demographics. And as the governor, you have to govern for everybody. But one of the things you really can't do is start to be fake with people. Because one day, or you're like, oh, we're going to deal with all the people who have this concern. And then the next day, to get a vote, oh, yeah, man, what you saying? Everything, like, no.
Yeah.
Like, that ain't the governor of Albert Bryan. This man, he will talk to everybody and be real with everybody. And if he don't like it, he's going to tell you. You know, we had a little issue about Juve. And it turned into a big meme, right?
One of the best
because the man,
memes.
but the man was just being real with everybody. I'm up there and I'm going to say this in this way to satisfy everybody and the journalist who's going to ask the question.
He was like,
listen,
man,
I got a lot of things going on. Right now, you're going on your right. You know what I'm saying?
But it's the truth, right? And that's the thing that I think that the territory really needs to understand. And when I heard that, I was at work, right? When I seen the clip of the playback and I listened to it, and I said, you don't get any more authentic than that. Because who really thinks that y'all and the level of government that you guys have to manage really paying attention to who playing one night in the village and what coming down the road for Juve? It's like, you know, like these if these are the things that you want your politician to really be focusing on, then you definitely don't want policy. You don't want new schools. You don't want the new hospital construction to start, because you just worried about
who playing in the village
and why you change the Juve from this day to that day.
Yeah.
Like, that was a perfect answer.
And I just think that we have to stop wanting politicians to lie to us, to make us feel good.
But when you hear the truth, they still think you lie.
Yeah.
Because they're so conditioned
to the politicians lying to them.
Yes.
And so you got a governor that's being real with you, and now you got a problem with it, right? And they talk about us being transparent. Richard and the governor, we try to get out there every Monday afternoon at 1 o'clock, and present what's going on.
Yes.
And we take questions from the news media. Sometimes it work out good for us, sometimes it doesn't. But we put ourselves before the public so that they could understand what's going on. You know, you want the sensationalist, everybody just come and say, oh, I want my tax return, We drop tax return this Monday, the next week they want the tax return, You know what I mean? So there are big issues that we face in Scavi.
Yes, talk to me.
From the hospitals to WAPA to horse racing to schools being built, to economic development of these vouchers, because and to the disaster recovery that's happening.
I say hash racing is a big deal.
Because why? No. Because why, Scabby?
Is it?
It's
Talk to me.
It's what the people them want,
So
and you got to remember.
policy is the people
We can't.
right.
We can't just say what is in
people-driven policy.
You can't just say what is important to me, the chief of staff, is what a billionaire or a multi-million-dollar investor come down here and so forth. That's important to everybody.
Correct.
Our culture, our history.
Talk to me.
Right? That's who we representing. At the end of the day, that's who goes in the ballot box and votes for us. So they got to say. In terms of what's important, we just can't be, the governor just can't be, he's solely the only person going to say what's important.
All right. So that's the democracy part. In the Rastafari way we call it democracy, but we like God's democracy right now. So because I know this hash race thing in the territory seemed to have become like. Kind of like when they were talking about Polly Joseph. We're going to come back to our conversation. We play Little League. We know on an average Saturday afternoon, the parents, them dropping the children them off and they gone.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, Bill and Polly Joseph Stadium is something that's so critical. But when you know when Kaji went up to 13 to 15, ain't got nobody there watching the game.
So listen, let me talk to the people. Let me talk to the people of Sabi. In this board that we were on, I was the president of Elmo Plaskett West Little League. And Scabby was on the board with me. PR. Right?
Oh,
we were running both the 9 to, was 12 and under, and 13 to 15. Okay? And that year we were president, we played the last set of baseball games at Polly Joseph Stadium. Okay? We had to clear out the field. So we know what we're talking about when we say we get on there on a Saturday afternoon and they ain't but the 12 children on the next team and the 12 on the other team and the coaches and a few other people there, and that's it.
The people who frying the chicken.
Okay? So everybody who wants to jump up, whether they're from West End or East End, you don't get a kind of support for these children, especially at the 13 to 15 level, which is what a Polly Joseph Stadium is really for, 13 and up. Okay? So we want the stadium, but people just being... They look at it as a political item. I want to hit you on it for the kid. But ask them when the last time they went to a game.
They only went at St. Thomas against St. Croix and it's an election year is when they would have show up. Right. I want to come, cause we see them there. Yeah. They come there and they watch a little game and go and spend a little $7, $8 until we I raise chicken leg to $2.
Yeah. So I mean, like listening to audience, like we live it. Like we were the president, the coaches, me and Scab, we take children to Puerto Rico, Panama. Like our kids were playing the league and we donate our money, our time. Scabby parents. And the deep freeze that we had to take up to go.
We got a sponsor from my brethren in St. Thomas to buy we a sound system.
Everything we did from scratch. So nobody ain't got to come here and chastise me and Scabby for what we saying about Polly Joseph Stadium because we run league.
Yeah, and I
put teams together.
I really don't know. For me personally, knowing that information, to see the effort that y'all really put behind to try to get this project completed, right? I don't know the whole ins and outs of the logistics. I'm not sure of the money. But just for me as a person who knows what the community really does do when these things and facilities are there, I guess, again, it comes to where you say people in good policy.
And I'm glad that we're having this conversation, right? Because it is what the people want, right? It means something to... It means something to the town of Frederickstead, the people of Frederickstead, and the St. Croix community, and so therefore it means a lot to the governor. It's just been long enough too, right? We have to finish the project. But I also want to say the governor took a lot of criticism in the debate around Polly Joseph when he was trying to essentially explain what you guys just mentioned, right? Is that, at the end of the day, we're going to spend $30 or $40 million on the stadium that we'll never be able to use in a way that most people imagine.
Correct.
Right? Or to be able to recoup any type of return on investment.
Yes.
But the ROI really is that you have something there that the community really wants and cares for.
Use a big word there, ROI.
Return on investment.
Okay. I got time. I got for the band in the back.
Yeah, for sure. Man in the back will guy up. the return on the real return on investment on the Polly Joseph Stadium is
Zero. It's zero.
Well, but financially, but
Yes.
that it actually means something to the community.
Well, I think for us, when we were in it, in Frederickstead, where we had a full-size park so that the children of Frederickstead could have a place that they could hone their skills. You know what I mean? There is important. And I'll be the first to say, we want Polly Joseph. The issues around Polly Joseph is not that the government doesn't want it, or the Senate don't want it, or the people of Frederickstead. You have a contractor who has, based on the length of the contract, because they're doing this from since 20, 12. He was under contract.
This is the same contractor from the beginning.
From the beginning.
And
the
the-
same
No,
contract. The same contractor.
So that means he ain't doing no other work on the territory.
So, but what happened is, remember the price of material and everything
yeah,
what he
yeah,
was
yeah,
under
yeah.
from then till now, and there was a bunch of federal got involved with flood zones and
remember that. I remember
Clomar
that. I remember
and the turn around the stadium and the redesign. Like, if we want to be honest, like the government made some decisions that contributed to the delay and put the contractor in a difficult position to finish. So the governor says, as I have to be able to honor the contracts, right? That I've gotten, and I need to find a way to finish this project. And that's what we're doing. We inherited the project.
Okay.
We inherited the project turned around, the design change. We inherited all that. We've gotten the farthest out of all the other two governors who undertook the Polly Joseph Stadium contract. There's work going on Polly Joseph. We're trying to find a way to finish it. Okay? There's still some funds left available for the contract to finish, but we got to guard him every penny to make sure that no penny don't go wasted or doesn't contribute to the finishing of the project. So that's what we're doing. We're checking him really tight and making sure that we get the best chance to finish the project. We ain't give up on Polly Joseph Stadium, and we want to finish it.
Okay.
Wherever we started, we want to finish Polly Joseph, and the governor has remained committed. Sometimes his advisors tell him, "Gov, you got to try it out on this one." And this is. I'm being real with everybody on this show. This is Governor Brown. He's like, nah, I got to find a way to persevere and figure this out, and we got to find a way to finish it. Okay? So that's one of the issues that's out there. But we were getting back to the other people issue.
Yeah, that's what we're going to transition in, because before we go, I'm going to take that transition there for you, Kevin, because you're good, you know. I could see you and me on this podcast. We talk about like the thing.
Link me, my boy.
No, you link me. Anyway, but you know, as far as that, because for me as a person in the community, you know, my first business venture was Only Dollars Count. That's my brand, right? And ROI, I'm gonna drop that in. So ODC ROI, yeah. The Only Dollars Count with a return on investment. Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna put that on a chain. But still, now we moving into where we started like this hash racing situation. I used to love to go to the hash track. But again, you could have go to a Sunday that wasn't Thanksgiving. It wasn't Ag Fair. It wasn't Christmas 2nd day. And it wasn't July 3rd. And every other race day, the track empty. All of a sudden now, hash racing becomes a huge political issue. For me personally, I love to go to the track, but I remember those Sundays when the stands are scant and nobody's in there, right? So how are the passes being generated? Why would I want to invest if the community can only show up for the grand opening, right? And then when there's a regular little holiday, but then we still want to have races every month. Sometimes they're even talking about twice a month. Like, what was the motivation for the governor knowing that y'all about to, I ain't gonna say wrap up, but transition January 7th, 2027. What was the motivation to be able to find a contractor to actually take up the responsibility of the track?
So let me this is a good one. So let me be clear to the public. The Brian Roach administration again inherited the two tracks being torn down at the same time, which everybody know, like, okay, in hindsight, that probably wasn't the best thing to do. We fought through the process of getting the St. Thomas, the deal separated. There was an agreement that Southland Gaming would build a track on St. Thomas.
Yes.
In exchange for the extension of their exclusivity.
The VLTs.
VIGL had the right to rebuild the track on St. Croix. No legal issues, no issues. But at the same time, Southland Gaming built the track, fulfilled their obligations to the government. VIGL ended up with separating from them. No real substantial work was done on the track on St. Croix. We ended up where we're at now. So the government has been working this for really like 7 years. In 2020, oh gosh, it was 2024? Yes, 2024. We opened the St. Thomas track for Carnival. And if you ever attended the horse racing event at the Clinton E. Phipps racetrack on St. Thomas, you will see that horse racing in St. Thomas, which is not a certified track, is a whole different experience.
When you say certified, what do you mean certified?
Meaning that the track has to be a certain length.
Okay.
And the St. Thomas track is smaller than what is required for a certified track.
Okay. Good
Okay.
to go.
But the experience when you go to the St. Thomas
the
track,
booths and all them different things.
yes, they got VIP boxes.
Yeah.
There's the VIP down below. There's the game room, how it's built. The bar. It's like it was done very well.
Yes.
In record time, and I think Southern Gaming invested an additional amount. So they completed their obligation. But the St. Thomas track doesn't have a permanent promoter. So there's no, what Southern Gaming has been doing is, been doing it like month to month. Every time we got a race, we have to send a temporary racing agreement for them to come and promote the race. So as of right now, the St. Thomas track doesn't have a promoter. And so we have a track, but we don't have a promoter. So this deal is twofold. Getting a permanent promoter for St. Thomas, one who will take on all the responsibilities for maintaining the track, paying the light bill, do the upkeeping, make some additional investments that's needed to keep the St. Thomas track going. You would have a permanent promoter in place for that. And Southland Gaming is one of them that it says has been doing it and doing it rather successfully and in a whole new different way that we've never done horse racing in the Virgin Islands. So we're doing that. So now at the same time, we don't have the government of the Virgin Islands and our limited resources. We've kind of determined that that's not a priority for us to take our hard-earned money and put into building the track in St. Croix because our monies are limited.
It's very limited.
So now, Southland Gaming is willing to put up the money to build the track.
Wait. I was going to ask you that there. So when they did the one in St. Thomas, the U.S. government didn't have, the USVI government didn't have to have or add any additional funds to what they were doing?
No.
Okay.
So Southland Gaming built the track on St. Thomas, and that was part of their, let's call it their settlement agreement.
Yes.
Okay? In exchange for extending their exclusivity for
being
gaming.
a good corporate citizen.
Well, I mean, no, they were getting something financially in return. It was basically a fair deal.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
You spend all this money and you won't get something else in return.
We're going to help you in the long run to be able to recoup
your investment.
Okay.
And that's business 101 in case anybody tracking the business aspect of it.
It goes with the ROI.
It definitely goes with the ROI.
Yes.
Who's going to put up $10 million and can't make the money back?
The USVI government.
And so that's why we're not doing it.
So let's go back to St. Croix.
So now on St. Croix, we've sent out a negotiated deal that will allow Southland to build a track on St. Croix, and the way they in addition to that, they have to put up purses. So every time the horses run, they has them, right? They got purses. So the horsemen then want at least something to the tune of about $100,000 a race day. Now, Scabby, you put it out. Sometimes you go to the track and it's not full. Where do you get $100,000 to pay them? So the way you get $100,000 to pay out the purses, do the promotion, use a man to do promotion. You know, you got advertising, you got hire security, you go pick up the garbage, you got
clean,
you go clean everything. Right? So the way how they do that is that gaming all across the nation, everybody, you know, if you're getting into horse racing, what supports horse racing is racinos. We call them gaming on the track.
Yes.
And so in exchange for the way how Southland one recoups their investment for building the track and their obligations to put up purses over a 20-year agreement, that they will be obligated to put up these purses.
What?
Is through gaming. And so That's kind of where we at. That's basically in the nutshell of the deal. Now, the horsemen them doesn't mind Southland Gaming with the deal.
Okay.
They actually want Southland Gaming to be
The promoter.
a promoter for a longer fixed time. That's one
Longer
of the
than 20 years?
No, so there's several obligations. They go build a track, but they would also be the promoter on St. Croix track and St. Thomas track. So the horsemen them really want Southland to be the promoter for a longer, more of a guaranteed longer time, which is maybe 3 to 5 years, right?
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
that's a separate obligation that Southland also has to put up the purses for 20 years. So right now, Southland is obligated to put up the purses on the St. Thomas track for X number of years, but they don't have to be the promoter. They just go pay the purses. This is probably why the deal is. It's a big deal.
It's a lot because just to kind of bring it in, it's like, okay, so say I wanted to come in, TS Entertainment in there, right?
Yeah.
Promoter for over 20 years. I gonna take over as the promoter on the track.
Right.
I don't have to pour up the money for the pause
No,
day.
you don't.
So therefore now me as the promoter for the track, I paying the light bill, I paying the staff who dealing with everything. So basically whatever food and drinks is sold, does that have to be split with the Southland Gaming?
No, but but what gonna happen is for you to really make the money on the track is you will now have to run the gaming center.
For Southland?
Well, using Southland's equipment.
Oh, so
So-
they gotta pay Southland for their stuff.
Right. So
Gotcha.
everybody will gas split.
Got you.
But you remember, Southland still have to pay
The
the
passes.
passes.
Yeah, so
You
they
don't
still
have
got to
to
pay
pay
the passes. So
Ain't something too bad,
the deal is a really good deal. I think there's some tweaks to the deal, and we've asked the legislator to give us their feedback. They have until Friday, and the horsemen
as well.
and then we will go back and see if there's anything we could tweak before we send the deal back to the legislature.
All right, we'll be right back, man. Hey,
This is a reminder from the election system of the Virgin Islands. To register to vote, you must be a U.S. citizen, at least 18 years old, or turning 18 before the next election, and meet local residency requirements. You must not be registered elsewhere, not be a convicted felon who has not been discharged or pardoned, and not have been declared mentally incompetent by a court of law. When registering, please bring one of the following: a U.S. birth certificate, U.S. passport, military discharge form, DD-214, or a naturalization certificate. Your voice matters. Your vote counts.
For more information, contact the election system of the Virgin Islands.
Or vivote.gov.
Superdollar Ramadan and Spring Home Sale. Spring is here and Superdollar is helping you refresh your home for less during the Ramadan and Spring specials. March 15th through March 31st. Sleep better with memory foam mattresses, 50% off. Comforters and quilts, 50% off. And memory foam pillows, 50% off. Upgrade your home with 25 to 50% off window curtains, 50% off kitchen curtains, 50% off lamps, 25% off throw pillows, and 50% off wall art frames. Cooking and kitchen deals? We've got those too. Enjoy 25% off cookware, 25% off glass plate sets, and 25% off microwaves. Plus, find amazing deals on luggage sets for $99.99. 50% off toys, 25% off fans, 25% off car accessories, and 20% off fitness and sporting goods. And don't forget, 50 to 75% off many other clearance items store-wide. Shop the Superdollar Ramadan and Spring specials March 15th through March 31st at Five Corners, Sunny Isles, and Frederickstead. Superdollar, big deals for every home.
Feel the rhythm. Catch the excitement and win big this May at Caravel Casino. Sundays, it's Flat Screen Frenzy from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. every hour. One winner scores $500 cash, and one lucky envelope holds a 65-inch flat screen TV. Thursday night, the fun returns. Bingo is back at 7 p.m. Earn 200 points Wednesday and Thursday to grab your cards. Up to 3 per player with 8 games and a growing carryover bonus. It just keeps getting better. Fridays, we bring the heat with our Boardwalk Bonanza drawings from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Win $500 cash And don't forget, every Tuesday and Saturday, Carabel Club members get free slot play based on their card level. Fun, and cash. Only at Carabel Casino in downtown Christiansted. Need construction work done? Call the team that's ready to build, repair, and transform your space. SAB Construction. From strong masonry work to smooth drywall and sheetrock installation, beautiful tile settings, and clean professional painting services, SAB Construction is here to meet all your needs. Reliable service, quality results, and affordable prices, and free estimates too. Call today, 340-205-6101, or email at sabconstruction43@gmail.com. That's SAB Construction, building island greatness, one project at a time.
Tired of your internet going down? Liberty True Fiber changes everything. Awarded the fastest internet in the USVI by Ookla, Liberty is the only provider who can deliver 500 meg symmetrical speed starting at $75 a month. On St. Croix, True Fiber is available in Estate Diamond, downtown Christiansted, downtown Frederickstead, including Two Brothers, Smithfield, Wheel of Fortune, Clifton Hill, Mount Pleasant, Strawberry Hill, Barron Spot, Williams Delight, and more. Sign up at libertyvi.com/fiber and try it free for 30 days. Liberty VI, your world better connected.
The new 101.3 Row FM. Hip hop. The most hip hop. WEVI. Frederickstead. Christiansted. St. Croix. #1 station in the world. I knew it. Alima Row Station.
Hey, have you checked the cistern lately?
Yeah, and don't worry, I already called Julian's Trucking.
Julian's Trucking for cisterns and pool fills?
Exactly. They handle cistern fills and pool fills. Fast, reliable, and hassle-free.
That's a relief. Last time we waited forever.
Not with Julian's. They show up when they say they will, and they get the job done right the first time.
All right. What's the number?
Just call Julian's Trucking today at 340-277-8510 or 340-277-9093.
Cistern full, pool ready, stress gone.
Julian's Trucking, your trusted choice for cistern and pool fills.
The new 101.3 Row FM.
Psalms 127. See that. Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman watch it. But in vain. Thank you, it's just another day. See that. It's just another day. Oh, thank you, Jamie. Wake up this morning, roll out the earth before me start yawning. Turn round, bust a kiss for me darling. Tell her, say, honey, me a touching at the street. In the street, me see poor people bawling. Enough juvenile deed on yam from morning. Where the black woman future me oxen. Where the system a do fishy. No, big up the girl, them we fight it alone. And a race 2-3 picnic on them one. Where the man, them no man know the home. Babylon have them in a jail. Big up the juvenile, them in a the street. Where you say them have to make it and not touch the chrome. Them no one with the claim our own. But Africa now found enough hole in a room. Get the youth, we go on and on. Babylon, where we go. Hungry from morning till night come. Them want we live our lives so. Them a wonder if the youth, them a go stop. No. I wonder if the ghetto a go drop. No. Them a wonder if we catching all the trap. No. I wonder if Jah turn him back. No. Thank you, Jamie, wake up this morning. Turn over and smile out when we see it storming. Me vision say better days coming. Every day that me a pray. Me no see no job, nah, no free education. Where them did promise, none of them never give with nothing. It's like ghetto youth lost to the system. Every day that me a pray. No, big up the girl, them we fight it alone. And a race 2-3 picnic on them one. Where the man, them no man know the home. Babylon have them in a jail. Big up the juvenile, them in a the streets. Where you say them have to make it and not touch the chrome. Them no one with the claim our own. But Africa now found enough hole in a room. Get the youth, we go on and on.
Hey, definitely. You're tuned in to 101.3 Row FM. And yeah, stuff ain't that here. But you know, this is the Ballppark. And this is where we going to come for the next 28 to 27 days, however it falls out on the calendar, and have real conversations about real issues that's going on here in the Virgin Islands. And we're not going to just sit down and just talk in the air and pull it out the wind. We're going to have conversations with people like who I have in here with me right now. We have, you know what I'm saying, the director of communications, the master of ceremony, you know what I'm saying, the voices of all voices. That's right, the guy who speaks for Government House, Richard Mota, is in the building with me.
What's up? What's up?
Also, and if you're just joining me, man, we didn't just get Richard just doing a regular PR run. He rolling with the right hand passing, you know. If this was like Street Logic, you would have been the shooter.
Yes,
yeah. That's right, man. Yeah, you see, that's why you're the communications guy. I just don't say it the right way. Yeah, that's right. We got Kevin Williams Sr. here. That's right, man. He is the chief of staff for the governor and represents Government House very well. And we're here having conversations with the music behind of it. You know what I'm saying? Because these are people that live in the community. They ain't that far, far away, far removed. You know, when New Year's come, they don't gotta hear how much of them thing ringing out and gotta call each other like, son, you see what guy Nani William they like. You know? Like they know. They're here with us. Unfortunately, that's what we're living in. But we're going to go to the top of the hour. We're coming back in and we're going to finish up on this hash race talk.
Where the man there, no man know the home. Babylon have them in a jail.
Well, look who it is. It's yours truly, Adam O, and you're listening to the newest station serving the U.S. and the British Virgin Islands. 101.3 Raw FM, WEVI.
And we are back. All right, so Kevin, we have to take some time to kind of digest this hash racing talk. Before we get back into it, it was a lot. It was a lot. A lot of us just think it's just put a gate and said, and they're off and running. It's nothing like that from what you just told me that it takes to have horse racing happening here in the territory. So now we heard about what happening in St. Thomas, and the promoter would be the person who runs the VLTs or the lottery terminal or the gaming center. I think that was the word that we wanted to use, right? So now we here in St. Croix now. I heard this announcement when I was in Alaska, and I was like, wow, y'all really still continuing to try to find a way to get horse racing on the island.
And the reason for that is, like again, St. Croix, the Randall Duck racetrack was the certified track at the Virgin Islands.
It was certified.
It was a what we consider a proper size track, official track. Let's call it official track.
Yes.
Right? And we know all the great stories, Hellbrook Loose and Chicken Noodle and Bobo Bates. How Bobo Bates got a place turn up with it. Don't let Bobo Bates lose her race. He coming back with another hat to come for you. I got a whole greater Virgin Islands. We talking Tartola, BVI, turn up. And that's what made living in the Virgin Islands St. Croix. We go back and look at what made living here good and great for us, because we could go out there and the talk and everybody doing a little hustle and whatnot, you know. So that's what we do to like get the stress off of us. St. Croix ain't had no horse race for the last 10 years.
So basically, that generation don't even know what it is like to be an.
And we know the youth that the youths them out there are trying to run the bush race. They're into it. They love it. It's who we are as Virgin Islanders. And to not have that, and to more specifically St. Croix, to not have that is a real travesty. And that's why the governor ain't letting it go.
I realize that.
Okay? Because the governor don't own us. The governor don't train us. The governor don't ride us.
He used to pull up on the track every now and again when I was
No, he go to the track. But he ain't a Hassman per se.
Correct.
But he representing the Hassman them.
Just like he did for the sacramental usage.
Just like he do for soccer. Just like he do for baseball, Parley Joseph, cricket. Right? And we don't go hard for the yard with these issues that the people want. Now, we had somebody else there that had the rights to do it, had the leeway to do it, and they didn't do it. Right? And now we get to the point where some individuals are saying, oh, this deal, something got to be wrong with this deal. We need a perfect deal. And I find one thing wrong with it, and now we can't have it. And the man who was supposed to do it ain't do it. Somehow this deal is going to affect he. right? And
but we could care less about he. Let me keep it real.
Well,
I gonna say.
This we on the ballpark,
Yeah,
right?
I gonna say if you had a deal to take care of horse racing and you forfeited that deal, no matter how many times you guys keep bringing them to government house to try to make it happen, we ain't seen no dot moving on the track, no stable gang bill on the track.
Well, listen, we even turned and gave and put up $5 million towards.
They didn't get the money though,
and they didn't get the money.
No, you didn't give them the money yet.
No, we didn't get the money.
It was tied to performance.
Yes, yeah.
Right?
Okay, go ahead.
And so we're at the stage now where we have somebody who built a track.
The proof is in the pudding.
The proof is in the pudding. And now we find in fact with the man who actually built the track versus the man who didn't build the track. This kind of like what's going on.
You know, the guy man that'll be around here called me, you know, and I think he had a song say "Hi Hater."
Yeah.
That's anything that gonna come out that ain't come from them, it gonna be not a good deal.
Yeah, and the thing is, people,
you gotta play politics. I gonna keep it real. Where you been doing all the time you been in there to help bring a perfect deal? You ain't do nothing.
But there's no such thing as a perfect deal.
There's no such thing.
Yeah. And so, but we have a person who have the wherewithal to build the track, who has put on about 10 races and got St. Thomas having a very enjoyable experience. You know what I'm saying?
You have a proven investor, right?
A proven investor.
This person actually built the track in St. Thomas.
And so,
and
like, we can't afford, listen.
And essentially promoting is the de facto promoter in St. Thomas.
And so what we've done, the governor has come back to the people and said, listen, I understand the deal that I may have sent down, I got issues. When he came out, he said, like, I know ain't a perfect deal.
Yeah.
So I hear from Hasman, Has Association, the senators, and we're going to go back and we're having a meeting with them, I think, next week. We asked everybody for the feedback on the deal, and they're supposed to submit that by June 5th, which is Friday coming.
Yes.
And then the following week, sometime thereabout, we're going to call everybody in. We're going to hear from everybody. But we're going to get it. We got to get this deal done. People have, let me tell you, I'm the chief of staff for the governor of the Virgin Islands. And I'm here on our St. Croix radio station.
Yes.
And so far, we've been talking about 2 topics related to St. Croix. But I know everything I got to do every day. And so but St. Croix can't lose. We should not lose. We are supposed to be bringing St. Croix along from an investment standpoint, from an activity standpoint.
Definitely.
Okay? And so horse racing brings activity, employment, construction jobs, investment in this deal that we have put forward.
Yes.
Okay? And
fellowship.
And people don't understand because we haven't had it for 10 years. Allende used to be on the track down there selling food.
Vegetarian creation been there the
Allende has not been able to do that with certain Carly brother name. But we talking facts.
You know what I mean?
I ain't saying nothing that ain't a fact.
You know, it's the truth.
He has not been able to go down there as a businessman and make a hustle down there for 10 years. Okay? And that's what we're losing. And for that delay.
That's serious.
And people are saying, oh, leave this for the next governor. Let me tell you something, people. The next governor ain't got a man running in their race that got experience as a governor. They got 0 experience as a governor. So when they become governor, they're going to have to figure it out for themselves. And they're going to take them a little while.
Yes.
They have to put a cabinet together.
Yes.
They got to get the policies. We got big issues happening here.
Yes.
The first thing that when they swear in, ain't going to be horse race.
No.
I put my neck on a block. The first thing is not going to be horse race.
It better not because I'm going to handle that.
Okay, exactly. But if we deal with it now, then the next governor can move on to the serious things that they have to take on as becoming a new governor. So we're trying to do things for the people, for the next governor.
Wow.
Okay?
Wow.
And for investment and development in St. Croix.
You hear it here on Row, man. No. Last time we were here, we were talking about me complaining that I can't get no flight to leave out of St. Croix in the morning. So I'm going to let the people know. You see that conversation I had? The boss was listening, and he kind of sent a little text message. So tell us what's going on with the airport. We're going to stay at St. Croix, and then we go back over to St. Thomas for the bigger issue, which, you know.
Yeah, we
pretty bright and cool right now, but they weren't. So what's going on with our flights and stuff like that?
Yeah, man.
Airport,
so you know, the administration has, for the better part of 7 years, really been working on our tourism product. Especially here in St. Croix, we did a lot of things, increased the cruise cars
Yes,
here to St.
yes.
Croix, made a lot of investments in Frederickstead town and our town corridors, modernizing the departure lounge at the airport. All the while, going out and meeting these airline executives and CEOs, really courting them, marketing the territory in specific strategic media markets, trying to get more airlift to the territory, and in particular St. Croix. We entered into a marketing partnership with the New York Jets maybe like 2 or 3 years ago. That has been paying very well in terms of dividend. And now we have a direct route, a direct flight from the New Jersey area, from Newark International Airport straight to St. Croix. Yep, EWR straight to St. Croix.
And United
Airlines. So they just announced that this week.
Wow, man.
So yeah.
So we were working hard on that, man. That was really, it's been some say 3 decades since the last time we had a direct flight between St. Croix and the Northeast.
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I know it's been a long time. And so, we've been...
Since Labit.
the boss, the governor has been working really hard to reinstate that. And so we finally succeeded on that. And so we're really proud of that. So, yeah, man, it's going to be... So the flights start on October 31st. They're going to be weekly on Saturdays.
Okay.
So it leaves EWR, it leaves Newark International at 9 in the morning. And then it leaves and then gets to St. Croix at like 2:30. And then it leaves St. Croix... 1 o'clock, something like that.
That's all a little better.
Yeah, and then it leaves St. Croix 2:30 and goes back up.
So let me say this. I like to talk to the people when they come to the radio station.
No problem. You talk
right?
to your partner too, so go ahead.
Yeah. Like, we've been working at and investing and promoting St. Croix. And what you see is a culmination. It probably took us 2 or 3 years to do this. When people saw the governor at the New York Jet Stadium, they think he up there having a good time and partying. No, he's up there with the heads of the New York Jets Stadium and trying to promote to the stands. When you see the Virgin Islands go up in the stadium and it's 50,000 people in the stadium, that's marketing to 50,000 people to know that the Virgin Islands is there. You go come to the Virgin Islands, no passport, come spend your money, and so that our people will have a little way of life, a living. We started off with cruise passengers bringing to St. Croix down there in Frederickstead. We know cruise passengers, after they come, they don't generally want to come back to your island and stay.
Yes.
That's how we don't make our money. That's how we don't get our money. Both St. Croix, more so, and St. Thomas, but St. Croix could deserve the same thing. That's what we've been saying. So the governor has been pushing or advocating for that. It takes a while.
Of course.
Okay? And now you're seeing the fruits of it. But when the article is written, they ain't trying to connect the dots that says, the governor, right now the governor's in New York to a Caribbean a trade conference.
So, but they're only showing he to the Mets game.
Well, that wasn't an official photo, but the point is, people say, the governor ain't doing nothing. People at Virgin, how you think United just all of a sudden just wake up one day and decide they come into St. Croix after 30-something years?
No.
That's not how it works. And the coolest thing about this is it's United, a different air carrier.
Correct.
We don't have United flying to St. Croix. We just got American, Delta, we lost Spirit. So to attract United, which is a big airline.
Yeah, man, that's one of the top 3.
That's one of the top airlines that have the wherewithal to expand, to grow. And we have now, St. Croix is now on the map that says, hey, they're paying attention to St. Croix and they're coming to St. Croix. Now, Scabby, let me be Ballppark. Let me be Ballppark real with you.
Let me go.
We got some people out there saying that St. Croix, they had an article or a headline out there and they think St. Croix is dying. Let me tell you something. I, as a Crucian, as a Virgin Islander, take real exceptions to that. It undercuts our ability to promote and for investment to the Virgin Islands. If I go there and I says, St. Croix ain't got nothing good going on, it's a dead stock place, ain't nothing going on. How, you think United gonna want to come there?
No.
You think a Walmart gonna want to come there?
No.
You think anybody want to invest their money? Like, what are we doing? I think, personally and professionally, let me use a nice word, it's improper. And it shouldn't really be accepted by the voting class to come and say, people's job in these positions, like what the governor does, is goes out there and try to bring investment. Talk to investors, encourage them to invest in these Virgin Islands.
But they don't want to call that selling out.
But even
I with you.
More so than but even past investors, right? That kind of language and that kind of rhetoric is damaging to our own people, right? When you're telling our young people that ain't have nothing here for them, ain't got no opportunities, this place dying, you need to just leave. That's you know, and then we have young people that go, yes, you know, you leave Ireland for other opportunities, maybe a school, wherever you go to a trade school, you go to college or whatever. But when you constantly telling them they don't have anything here, you know, it makes them less inclined to want to even see if they could come back home and reinvest in home. You know, and it's just damaging all around.
And let me tell you, the three brothers in here, we've all left this island and we all come back. And some of us still going and some of us still coming back. Right? But we have billions of dollars in investment that's happening. Even St. Croix has its challenges and it's full of potential. Your job is not to point out the problem. Your job is to help.
What's the solution?
And yes. Okay, and not promote the negativity. Yes. And that's essentially, I think that's what that was doing. A headline splash all over the place, St. Croix is dying. Like, I care to say, even if that was true, that ain't something that we're supposed to promote. We got problems every day, like every other Caribbean island.
Every other city.
And it's our job to work on it and figure out how do we fix those problems? How do we, take the feedback from people that says, well, it's difficult to get a job when you come back. It's difficult. Like, let me work on those things. Okay? But don't repeat it.
But even when you said that, with this administration, I want to believe this is the youngest administration I have seen in my lifetime.
That's only because we think we're young.
Yes, because we don't mind some of them have got age, you know. They might look young, but I'm got age.
I got an issue every day, Scabby. I still think I'm 35.
I tell you, we just talking about it. JP saying he's like the young guy. I'm just like great people. Like you forget you are those people. But still, you know, like the opportunities, because 8 years has passed. Right? So let's look at that for everybody now maturing in their roles. Right? You know, I have never known you, Richard, to be a public speaking master ceremony, much less being the voice of the government of the Virgin Islands for 8 years, right? They took a chance with you because they seen something in you. So when you hear that they say, the people saying don't come home and get nothing to do, you are a representative of that, you know? But it's 8 years later, so now, all them phone call you have to do. Remember we talked about it. You said, man, you die in yours, man. Me, I like to pull out a couple now and again, but me, you not die.
I give up on mine. Great.
But, you know, with that being said, right, like, and I saw that article, that thing with St. Croix is dying. And I seen one of my closest friends actually made a comment on it. And I did start to type. Whereas I don't really post on social media. That ain't really my vibe, you know? Like, when you see me on the street, we could have a conversation. I'm not one of those guys for likes or whatever the case may be. But I think right now we're in a rebirth.
Absolutely.
Right? What St. Croix is going to be in the next 10 to 15 years, this is only the beginning of that renaissance. A lot of people, a lot of us went to school, and a lot of us didn't really pay attention to when we had to study the Dark Ages before we went into the Renaissance. Right? We have been coming through. You guys have been piloting us through the Dark Ages. I know St. Thomas might beg to differ and said they were just in the Dark Ages yesterday, but we're going to get there.
Really true.
Right? But we have navigated through so many different turbulences, you know, and now we could start to see where Arthur Richards opening this school year, right?
Listen, Scabby, I walked through the school last week. Okay? They have computer switches in the closets. That's how far advanced they are.
AI, that's what
we are anticipating, I think, what do you call it? Is it substantial completion? Later on this month. That school going to be open for August come hell or high water. And it's going to be a school like we've never seen before. They're paving the in front of the school. I saw they where did I put a garbage. We're going to empty the garbage and stuff. They don't build that already. Don't have that out there already. Listen, and they got a lot of local people out there working on that school right now.
One of my young partner, them just kind of get laid off or fired from that job. You know?
We get
You
fired.
Yeah. Good, good work at all, but Zion, get back to work.
Oh God, man, you put a man out.
You can't want to get back your job.
Yeah.
So if I know I'm working out there and I've been doing a roof and the young man say we're raining, make sure you get a raincoat and make sure you get a tie off line for him. Anyway, but with that being said, right, let's talk like successes that you guys have been able to pull off with the challenges that starting with, the COVID and this 3 years and trying to really follow Washington, D.C. protocol while still trying to mitigate our way of living.
Well, I mean,
we ain't going back in the past, because we're just looking at where y'all came through, right? What y'all did, how y'all did it. Every day you've been making a press conference and during the COVID time.
During COVID, it was every other day, yeah.
Yeah, so, these are things this is not the norm for us in the territory for how we do react and do have to bring information out. So I did see a huge difference in the way the administration tackled that particular issue while still trying to maintain and deal with the recovery at the same time. Yes. Still pushing through for drying, still trying to work with different, finding out what would be the best way for us to be able to get these packages, still balancing how to get vendors paid.
Yeah.
And I don't think, honestly, I could say what I want. I don't think y'all get enough credit for being able to manage these things because the people gonna say that's the job you wanted.
Yeah.
But I think personally it was a job well done.
Well, COVID, hands down, I think it's a fact that we handled COVID well. The other major issue coming in was the collapse of the government employees retirement system.
Yes.
A problem that nobody had a solution
I don't
to.
hear nothing about that now for real.
Yeah, nobody don't talk about that.
Talking issue no more.
The amount of money we paid back in retro, the 8%, like the financial obligations that other people had owed, we pay those. WAPA. So the thing, we're going to get into WAPA just now.
Yeah, definitely. WAPA is a half hour by itself.
But we paid what the central government had owed WAPA.
Yes.
Right? Then we paid what the semi-autonomous, which is waste management, the hospitals, and we paid that also to WAPA. And we gave WAPA extra money to keep them along and subsidize people's electric bill for a period of time so that the rates don't go up. One of the governor's biggest issue, Rich, that we're supposed to be really sharing out there is inflation. If we didn't do what we did, which is, take steps to keep the light bill rate at a certain level and not raise it, you wouldn't be able to live here in the Virgin Islands. We're talking about people leaving here. Like, businesses would have closed.
More businesses.
Maybe this radio station wouldn't have been here today.
Yes.
This is the reality of it. So people take it for granted. Oh, you won't do nothing with WAPA. But a lot of people business they still have their business today. People still ain't totally lights off because they just can't afford the high rate or they have to choose between eating and other needs. Like, we did that too. In addition to we finished Vets Drive Phase 1. Everybody know we paved road all over the place. I don't remember them. We paved the road from the fish market and west all the way down to the pool. That wasn't paved before. All back there by like neighborhood roads, St. George's.
And address
like, all the way going out to by almost by Kramer's Park, like south side, east side, north side, west side. Like I'm a cyclist, right?
Yes.
And the man them big up Mango Tree, wherever you are there, if anybody listening. Like when they're riding up and down on the Cycling Federation, they'll complain about the roads. Now we got the airport road. That man love to cycle by the airport road. Every morning we go there 5 o'clock or in the afternoon. That man out there, we paved the airport road right now. We're trying to get Marco, St. Croix to finish stripe the road.
Yeah.
Everything is a struggle. Listen, we did most of Federstead Tongue. We did Christianstead Tongue.
Yeah.
We coming back right now. We doing Strand Street. King Street and Queen Street in Frederickstead. Them man out there paving or doing work right now. This is and we're talking St. Croix for the listenership on St. Croix, but St. Thomas, St. John getting the same, basically equal treatment. You know, from an economic development standpoint, people, we talk about United coming to St. Croix.
Yes.
We're working on there's another hotel deal coming to St. Croix that ain't finalized yet. We're still working through that. We've been pushing, and these things that we're gonna push for year and year after. So we're hoping that comes to fruition in short order with the help of the legislature and our other partners. We could make this happen. EDA and other people that have to do all these things to bring investment and get St. Croix to where it needs to be. But St. Thomas is moving. And I tell people, and I hope everybody listening, St. Thomas don't really say no.
Yeah, they don't say
St. Thomas don't really say no. St. Thomas deal got problem with them.
All St. Thomas or St. Oh, all the deals
all the deals in St. Thomas.
Yes to.
That they say yes to, got problem with them. Right? But right now St. Thomas about to get Crown Bay. Another cruise bought. Okay, the biggest ships in the world are go to St. Thomas. While the E. Abramson Pier, the people killing themselves over to go walk on the pier and have access all day night. Because you know why? We fighting for that? Because we accustomed to no cruise ship coming to Frederickstead. So when they ain't got no cruise ship, what we there? We out there fishing for see if we got snapper.
Yeah.
But in St. Thomas, no, they got crews coming every day. That's what we should be fighting for.
That's the pitch that we're trying to do right now, is to be able to see if we could be able to bring cruise ships every day, not necessarily keeping you from going and fishing, but we working and making sure we have the availability and the safety of the public.
Yes, and the infrastructure infrastructure, because that's gonna be our bread and butter.
Oh, you mean?
Okay. We dredging the harbor in St. Thomas. We just putting some money into getting Vets Drive Phase 2, right? Listen.
But I only you're supposed to only be there till June.
Man, we working, Scabby. We
working until January 7th.
Listen, I can tell you, we working with the Coast Guards right now. Commissioner Gabriel at Public Work, we hammering every day to try to get an MOU to fix up some issues with the Coast Guard, property ready, but to get our project going. Okay? Wow. And that's going to become the lane around the legislature. St. Thomas, let me tell you people, the governor came out with an abandoned and derelict building measure.
I like that.
Right?
Man.
To fix up our tongues.
Yes.
Check Charlotte Amali in St. Thomas. Are you seeing the amount of investment in the town of Charlotte Amali right there on the corner?
By Vendors Plaza.
By Vendors Plaza. Because a demolition going on there.
Yeah.
I don't know how the street them as well St. Thomas good. But let me tell you on the main street in the night.
It's Gada or something.
All of them Gada. they got it. Downtown is being fixed up. Investment in the town of Charlotte Amali.
The same thing that he spoke about in one of the states of the territories that they come back and saying they want to take away people's property that they ain't taking care of.
Yeah. And I'm saying, people, St. Thomas don't say no. St. Thomas don't figure out how to manage and negotiate the deal and to make it go forward. We in here sitting waiting for the perfect deal, and after a while the deal go away and we get nothing. And then we complain. And then we say St. Croix dying. But we never saying yes. Yeah. We always, we're for it. But Scabby, you're gonna need to give me some more money. You're gonna need. I said, but I don't put up all. I don't do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. What you gonna give me in return for what more you want again? We end up looking greedy, and then the man do what? Then he walk away.
Of course, but that's what they. So for me, right?
Scabby, money don't make what?
What?
Money don't make money. Money don't make money.
Yeah.
When you got no money, you can't make no money.
But this is what they're going on with, and they ain't bringing in no money neither.
No.
So this is where I don't have my problem with our local legislators. As I don't do the St. Thomas thing because they don't win the right way. Either way, our local legislators, like you said, everything is a problem, but you ain't telling me what the solution is. And so, I can't deal with that kind of foolishness.
So we, as an administration, we try to partner with the legislators. And at times it does work, right?
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is we got to be saying yes. We have to protect the people of the Virgin Islands. Mm-hmm. But you can't, protection isn't in a means of a perfect deal. Like, I'm going to guarantee, Scabby, you want to make $1? Man, I'm going to make guaranteed. You ain't got to do nothing. You know, I'm going to promise you, I'm going to invest in the stock market. I'm going to make you $1 million. Like, but you don't got to put up some money. And if you're going to make $1 million,
You
you got to risk.
You got to put up $1 million.
Because if they tell you your money guaranteed, you're getting 0.0001 interest. You're not making $1 million.
No money.
You put up $1 million, you make $3.
Yeah.
For a perfect deal.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody know.
Everybody got to take a risk.
Everybody got to take a risk.
And that's something that I think, Kevin, a lot of people, because you are not a politician.
I am not.
You are employee of the government of the Virgin Islands, right? But number one, you are a Virgin Islander. So when you speak that way, this is not we having a political conversation.
Me running for nothing, Scabby.
No, but we having a real conversation on what is needed in order for us to progress as a territory. And sometimes I don't get my little high horse amongst, some people around me when I just be speaking the positiveness that I see around the territory for the last 8 years, right? I'm not on the bashing train. I don't care who it is, why it is. On the legislature side, I don't trust on blows because I think that they could do a lot more, and we need to be able to start to, be more selective with our elected officials that actually have a track record of actually being able to think creatively. And that is something that I don't see in our current legislature. We don't have creative thinkers. Whereas in the administration, y'all seem to have extracted what creative thinkers that we did have in the territory and abroad with the territory, and y'all were able to assemble a team of creative thinkers, like-minded individuals like yourself. So when you start to bring these deals and you talk about it not being no perfect deal, we totally understand. Why the phone ringing? And me know how to use it, but this ain't a Tech-In Call show right now. Yeah. But it needs to be uttered louder, right? We need to have more of these type of conversations here in the territory, because the realities of what's being spoken here today, I know to a lot of people listening, it sounds like a breath of fresh air. Because everything that kind of does be within a script, and everybody know we get a certain amount of time, but we here on the Ballppark doing exactly what we do on the Ballppark.
Yeah.
We do just talk real. And I want to tell you I appreciate that there about this conversation. Now, I said that to say, I'm going to run into a commercial break because we're going to come back and we're going to talk about WAPA.
Yes.
Right?
We got to talk about WAPA.
And we're going to talk about WAPA wholeheartedly. And as you could hear, this administration ain't moving like no lame duck. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just ain't in us. But you tuned into 101.3 Row FM. Let me run and pay some bills. Lima, we got them listening.
Listening to Raw FM, VI.
Number 68.
There's a little bit of Puerto Rico right here on St. Croix. Lorraine Chicken Shack, La Pollera de Medellín. Locals and visitors alike have made the Lorraine Chicken Shack a part of their family's menu. Rotisserie chicken with Johnny cakes and delicious rice and beans, my favorite. You got to try their conch balls. And the dinner menu is to die for. Kill me now.
Now available. Open air seating space at the Chicken Shack. To order, call 778-5717 or 778-5715.
Napa Auto and Truck Part owners have been a part of the Virgin Islands community for generations. They're the pros that know how great employment in the Virgin Islands affects the quality of life for families. Napa pros treat every employee and customer like family because let's face it, they probably are family. Napa's extensive part inventory include parts for new model cars and trucks, older model cars and trucks, and every island raga in between. And let's not forget the agriculture equipment parts and custom hydraulic hoses that Napa keeps in stock so our farmers can get the field plowed and our communities fed locally. Napa pros are proud to be a part of this community. Shop locally, shop Napa. Call 772-0155 for Napa. All your auto, truck, agriculture, and marine part needs today.
Are you looking for another source of income while earning an in-demand marketable trade that enhances your resume? If so, the Virgin Islands Air National Guard is the best-kept secret of the Air Force that provides you these opportunities and so much more. Take advantage of these amazing benefits while serving locally in your community 1 week in a month and 2 weeks a year. To learn more, contact your Virgin Islands Air National Guard recruiter at 340-277-8026.
Are you looking for reliable shipping solutions? Look no further than Priority Global Services. We specialize in roll-on, roll-off, and loose cargo shipping between San Juan, the Dominican Republic, the USVI, and the BVI. Whether it's vehicles, equipment, boxes, or pallets, we move it all with ease. With weekly sailings and top-notch service, your cargo is in good hands. So why wait? Visit PriorityGlobal.com or call 787-721-1922 today. Priority Global Services, where your success is our priority.
Hello, Virgin Islanders. This is Dr. Ty Hunt Caesar with the Virgin Islands Department of Health. I'm inviting you to the 2026 USVI Health and Wellness Fair, a territory-wide effort to bring free healthcare services directly to the community. Parents, bring your young ones 4 years and older for children's exams, sports physicals, and vaccinations. Women, get your clinical breast exams, pap smear, and HPV screening. And men, get your digital rectal exam. We will also be providing biometrics such as blood pressure and sugar or glucose, mental wellness services, and much more. Join us on St. Thomas from June 1st to June 5th at the Old Kmart in Lockhart Gardens. On St. Croix from June 8th to June 12th at the Central High School. And on St. John from June 22nd to June 24th at the Morris DeCastro Clinic. Doors open from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And remember, all services are free. Whether you need a routine checkup or services for your child, we look forward to seeing you there.
Visiting St. Croix or looking for the kind of gift that people actually use? Elements in downtown Christiansted offers drop-in passes for travelers, gift cards for the wellness-motivated person in your life, and private party bookings if you want the space to yourself. 2 saunas, 3 cold plunges, open air, open hours. Plan your visit or pick up a gift card at elementsstx.com, the Virgin Islands' home for contrast therapy.
From the VI Radio Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Scott Kaplan. Skies will be clear to partly cloudy as we head into the nighttime hours. It'll be breezy. Temperatures will drop into the upper 70s. Mix of sunshine and clouds, breezy on Wednesday. A shower or 2 possible. Temperatures will get up into the upper 80s. Any showers taper off Wednesday evening. Partly cloudy overnight. Low in the middle to upper 70s. Hazy sunshine on Thursday as some more Saharan dust moves in. Breezy and hot. Highs will get up close to 90 degrees. Hazy sunshine continues on Friday. Breezy again. Highs around 90. Looking ahead to Saturday, more of the same. Mostly sunny skies, still hazy, breezy and hot with a high temperature close to 90 degrees one more time. From the VI Radio Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Scott Kaplan.
Me name Junior Gang, me tell you. Youngest veteran, me tell you. Me name Junior Gang, me tell you. Youngest veteran. I man say excuse me for a moment for an introduction. First one for me mama, but me papa last son like some fruit in June season. So Junior come. Me there round this some music from me small and me young. Me used to play family man bass, not call the drum. Any question where you ask, my man can answer me son. Cause me name Junior Gang, me tellin' you. The youngest veteran, me tellin' you. Me name Junior Gang, me tellin' you. The youngest veteran. Well, Junior Gang is coming up, I'm doing well, excellent. Treat the people right, just stand out predominant. Loving don't cost not a fortune, neither a cent. But should you spend the money, that's a money well spent. Anyway, picking up, charge of blowing breath like a vent. Listen to the girls and meet angelic talent. Now you bingy burning up the serpent. Teach youths them loving, not violence. And from you now say loving, me beg you keep silent. I say loving, loving, not violence. And from you now say loving, me beg you keep. Lord, I said look who's driving Miss Daisy. The whole world is getting so hazy. The people they are getting so crazy. The wonders they don't seem to amaze. brand new lyrics. It's been a long time, the world is waiting for this. The girls them love a ragamuffin, true him style and tactics. Cause I mean him Junior Gang, me telling you. The youngest veteran, me telling you. I mean him Junior Gang, me telling you. The youngest veteran. I man say excuse me for a moment for a introduction. First one for me mama, but me papa lost son like some fruit in juice season. I saw Junior come, me there on this music from me small and me young. Me used to play Mamley man bass, knock all the drum and then the question where you ask, I man can answer me son. Cause me name Junior Gang, me tell you, youngest veteran, me tell you, me name Junior Gang, me tell you, youngest veteran. It's been a long time, the world's been waiting for this. For Junior Gang and come again, you mark some brand new lyrics. It's been a long time, the world is waiting for this. And I might greet you with a smile, or I might greet you with a kiss. Them love ragamuffin, chewing style and tactics. Them love a Juju Royal, chewing fun and gimmicks. Them love a Mr. Mowley, cause him Lord. I mean him Junior Gang, me telling you. The youngest veteran, me telling you. I mean him Junior Gang, me telling you. The youngest veteran.
Yeah, we just let that one breathe a little bit, you know. We just let that one breathe a little bit. Hey, you are tuned in to definitely, man, 101.3 Row FM. This is something new. This is something different. We on the Ballppark.
Ballppark.
In the afternoon, you know, Ballppark.
We done win park or what?
Only one park.
Oh, no.
Only one park again.
We gonna move around, Scabby.
We gotta move around?
Yeah. Let's say Farm Park, you know.
You see, that's why you are in government, and I
Isaac
just...
Boynes in Grove.
Isaac Boynes and Grove, Canigata, all them park we fix up, you know. Even we could be down on the park in West Tongue. We paying that over too.
So yeah. Listen, you see, I like that. You see, though, I thinking only in one little.
Hey, Scabby, you know, we go from Teco from West and go up east and play ball and let them know the business. You get in the business, you know what I mean?
Yeah, falling good. So the Ballpark, what the one, Emil Griffith?
Emil Griffith is
all
down.
right. I'll pick it up where you're kicking off there. So definitely, man. So we came out of the break. We just had Mr. Frederick just call, and you know, he was one of the people who were concerned about being able to just walk on the pier, and then based on the explanation that we gave about us trying to be able to increase the cruise ship capacity to a daily, kind of similar to what happened into St. Thomas. So in all reality, nobody can go on Crown Bay and jump off and fish and them kind of thing.
Why could that? You can't do that. You can't do that.
Okay.
It's
okay.
Maritime security.
Yeah, because a lot of the times you don't have to have a TWIC card in order to be able to have access.
I mean, I really actually, right? I think everybody would agree. What St. Croix need, especially in the tongue of Frederickstead, is a lot more commerce activity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Commerce, right?
Yeah, we do.
We the number one priority ain't really fishing. Because man go all through along the coastline and fish.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So that's the number one priority. We understand, and let me get a point. We understand what the pastime was. When we had nothing going on in Frederickstead, we used to walk, go with your girlfriend, hold hands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And walk and take a stroll. But they want to pay a bill for. They ain't what bill for. Like
it won't bill for that?
It won't bill for fishing.
It won't bill for we to say
it won't bill for fishing. We're going to take a stroll with your girl. It was for cruise ship to come in and dock up. And, you know what I mean?
Well, I didn't. All this time when we used to look and tap from where Windies used to be. And you could have see who are
yeah. Never it is.
I never knew that the black was not meant for us to walk. You know what time I take my little 16 and ride off on a piece of plywood.
Yeah, I jump off. So, you know, that's a little pastime.
But we have to be real with where we are right now. You know, everything.
And the potential.
Yes.
And the potential.
And like you said, man, the Frederickstead community does require a lot more commerce, right?
I want to say big up to Greg down there in West trying to hold it down, and Shamari, like
Shamari, Poinini walk over there.
You know what I mean? So big up to the man doing their thing.
Definitely. So now let's get to the elephant in the room. So
let me to the elephant in the room. People already know is the Water and Power Authority, otherwise known as WAPA.
Yeah. You even got fake WAPA page.
Yeah, you got fake WAPA. Don't go on that one that says WAPA. You got to go on that one that says Water and Power Authority.
Because that one
They'll be making some mess on that. Oh, my God.
Somebody need to look into that person for PR.
They'll be making some mess on that. I talk with some guys at WAPA and they says, listen, they told me today, it says, we got to do better. If you don't want the public coming for us like that, we got to do better.
I agree.
And yeah, they got to do better. But to understand them saying, man, they'll be up till 12 o'clock.
Yes.
4 o'clock in the morning, leaving the house to go and try and resolve some of these issues.
Yes.
And these are dangerous pieces of equipment that them man co work for, whether you're in the plant or you're on the transmission and distribution line. And them is our brothers and our family members. So, we can't really say that them man or they're just loafing and ain't doing nothing, and that's why the power going.
No.
WAPA got issues. Some of them is financial, that's leading to
challenges.
Yeah, leading to why they can't get apart,
yes.
why they can't maintain the unit, which then leads to outages and all of this kind of stuff. Governor Bryan stated, he gonna fix WAPA. Because that's one of the biggest issues. So,
of course.
My boss ain't gonna back down from a challenge any day. And he gonna give up on the people of the Virgin and give up on WAPA.
And he fixed GRS.
And he fixed which is the one. So I'm gonna say to the people, be careful what I tell you, buying cat in bag. Everybody now coming talking about they're gonna fix WAPA. And when they're gonna speed up everything and they're gonna do everything. Like the simple question, ask them how and what they're gonna do different. Be careful, people of the Virgin Islands. Now let me tell you, Scabby.
I see a man say you want another edit again.
Well, how are they going to keep the power on? Listen, the issues at WAPA are real and serious. For the people at Boston, when the governor, everybody was talking about declare a state of emergency.
Yeah.
They forget that the governor had declared a state of emergency for WAPA already. You know how I know, Scabby? Because I was the incident commander for the WAPA state of emergency for a period of time. I had to go down and testify in front of the legislature for them to extend the state of emergency for an additional 90 days.
I remember.
And I remember, too, that going after that state of emergency was expired, the legislature said, you know what, no more state of emergency, Governor. We're not going to extend it anymore because you're taking all the power and
you ain't coming back to we.
But we were coming back. We were coming back. We had to provide them, every 30 days, we had to provide them with a report. Right?
You think they read it?
Yeah, no, they read it. But it became a battle between the legislative branch and the executive branch who get it and all this kind of stuff. It wasn't really no more about WAPA.
Personal aspirations.
It became of which branch is doing this and who branch got more power.
Forget about the people.
But remember, the governor declared a state of emergency and the legislature had objected to that state of emergency back then when we did it. When we asked for extension, they says no more after this. And they also curtail the governor's use of the rainy day fund to be able to support WAPA when it has the challenges. WAPA's challenges,
I remember that.
People at the Virgin Islands, WAPA challenges are twofold. Listen to me clearly. One of them is financial, because WAPA has a lot of legacy debt from years and years ago.
Decades.
Decades ago. They can't pick up the phone and call supplier XYZ and say, I need this turbo for the generator, and they just send it to them man the next day.
And then wait for me to pay it back.
Okay?
Yes.
So they don't have to go through hoops just to get a part because of the finances of WAPA.
Decades.
That is something.
Decades ago.
And that is something that the Water and Power Authority and the financial minds there, along with the financial minds of the government of the Virgin, are trying to come up with a solution to fix their legacy debt.
I'm going to ask you before you go along, because people are going to hear to come up and walk in. From when we got in, I don't say we because I feel like I don't walk in with I, and the people on the road don't think I walk in with I too. So from when we got in.
Wait, wait, Scabby. It is we. For anybody around here to think that it ain't we. When the leg go off, it's the leg go off for we.
Yeah.
Right?
Your leg to go off too.
My leg to go off. So it's we.
Yeah.
Hospital, Ballppark.
Okay, so I speak in the context. Okay. Okay, so when we got in 8 years ago, and we realized about this legacy financial debt, because you don't only get a grimace when you're on the outside, you could only see, you might say you anticipated 75 million in debt. But by the time y'all actually got in and got your your people going through the finances, you realize this is a $200 million in-depth account that y'all have here with this authority. How far along are you guys in that process, do you think? And probably that's more a question for Carl Knight, but just high level, because I see you last night. You were off the clock at least 4 hours, and your phone ring from the boss looking for what the update is with what was going on over there. And I ain't see you again for another 40 minutes until you done get the update information and deliver it, and then we're able to come back to the table where we were. So as far as the finances, where you at, just hypothetically, and if you ain't privy to that, is okay. What would you say our rate is right now as far as being able to beat down that legacy debt of decades of mismanagement or underperforming because lack of funding?
Well, I'll say that the WAPA's financial position is improving.
Okay.
And there's some plans being put afoot of some options how to deal with their long-term debt to get them some breathing room.
Yes.
You know what I mean? People are there. If you know you can, your paycheck, whether you got one or you don't got one,
yes,
but you got bills.
Yeah.
Right?
And
you're about $2,000 short every month.
Yeah.
That's how WAPA is. Every month they short. But they're getting better. So now WAPA ain't $2,000 short every month. WAPA about $200 short every month. But guess what? They short.
Still short.
They're still short.
I like that. I like that analogy.
They ain't in the black, they ain't in the positive, but they ain't as bad as they used to be.
Okay.
So we're still working on some options now to be able to fix some of that long-term debt. That's like a big albatross, this big chain around their neck that got them stifling them that they can't breathe.
Yes.
Which is leading to some of the issues with the generator side. So that was problem number one.
Okay.
I ain't really hear nobody else talking about a solution for problem number one.
No, they ain't even mentioning it.
No, problem number two, right, is where the governor has says, listen, I'm going to fix WAPA. And we have put together a series of steps to be able to fix WAPA. One, the governor has assisted them with stabilizing their finances so that they are now not as far out in debt as they were. Simple like the Vital deal. People understand, the Vital, yes, it was horrible. They were charging WAPA 70 cents, I think, a gallon to a shipment. Yeah. Transportation of the fuel, not the fuel, you know. The fuel was at market price. 70 cents. WAPA, because we bought that unit, we know WAPA was able to now go out on the market and get the transportation cost down from 70 cents to 48.5 cents.
Well, not only that too, but the big thing too is acquiring that propane asset took $145 million off of WAPA debt sheet. That's Governor Brian.
Yeah.
Trying to give WAPA a blight so they could breathe. Take one of them chain off the neck. Everybody got a Gucci chain. Everybody got that white.
Everybody else Gucci wrong. Yeah, hello.
Yeah. Heavy. WAPA was moving a little heavy there, my boy. Yeah. So we get them a little ease so they could breathe.
Yes.
Right? The next thing the governor stepped out and we says, we're going to help to accelerate solar.
Okay.
We put Petronella out in the east and Hogan's about 30 megawatts.
That's a lot of power.
That's a lot of power. Solar, renewable, right?
With battery backup.
That costing WAPA 11 cents a kilowatt. Well, everybody is charging them 22 cents. Half of what they do half of the fossil fuel, fossil fuels, right? So now people are St. Croix. Don't mind them. When you see the power go out on St. Croix, it's feeders, trees, care, and if the plant go down, it only go down for an hour or two. Bam, they back up. Because WAPA got unit 17, unit 19. I think they got another unit there. They got 3 gas turbine units. These are the regular diesel propane burning units. WAPA got the Agrecos, about 20 megawatts of Agrecos that are burn propane. They got 30 megs of solar with batteries. Okay? So St. Croix got
power.
We got power.
As Pumpa would say, we got the juice.
We got the juice. So St. Croix has improved everything everybody talking about. Ain't really St. Croix. And that's not by chance. That's because the plan that WAPA has been in effect for St. Croix, and you're seeing the results.
Definitely.
We all see the results of the improvement. Now, before I get back to St. Croix, you jump to St. Thomas.
Yes.
And I know this all too well, right? St. Thomas had unit 23. That's the big boy.
Yeah, the Toti or
Yeah, 30 or something. Mega, the
yeah,
big boy.
yeah,
That was the
yeah,
big boy.
yeah.
They got unit 15 and they got unit 27.
Okay.
Unit 15 is your grandfather old Cadillac that he had. Okay? In 2026.
I know exactly what you mean.
Okay? That there, just way past a useful life.
Yes, naturally.
They got unit 27, same thing. Okay? These are old units. So WAPA now went and buy some new units.
Yes.
These Watsillas.
Yes.
2 phases. They got two sets of units. The first phase is about 3 units. Watsilla 1, 2, and 3. The second is 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay? WAPA is still going through the lawn and core and getting these units stable. But the Watsillas, the Watsillas ain't really the problem. It's the fact that Unit 15, Unit 23 ain't available at all. They don't have them. If something go wrong with one of these, that they could go and turn to one of these units. These units are really out of commission.
Yes.
That's really the problem with St. Thomas. Now, WAPA has already purchased an additional 10 megawatts of additional generation power. Make it simple for the people, right? They're going to add it. So let me step back. The last time WAPA went through this issue about 2 months ago, they were 5 megawatts short.
To be able to restart?
To be able to run St. Thomas. So they had to go into rotating power. The 5 meg shot, you go to the site, $5 shot. Right? So I can still borrow from Peter the PayPal, whatever case may be. They have already purchased, waiting to get delivered to St. Thomas, 10 additional megawatts of generating capacity.
Yes.
If they get that,
when they get it.
When they get that, right? With Unit 27 still being available, WAPA would not be in the position, but it'll take time.
Yes.
Because they got to bring the units, they got to mount them, put a platform, the foundation to rest it on, and do the interconnects to get fuel to the unit,
of course,
and all this kind of stuff, right? The exhaust and the permitting. It's a
Of
problem.
course. Yeah, man.
I asked the question today, does a state of emergency exempt us from the environmental permitting and the federal requirements? No, it doesn't.
So, but they don't say it'll fast track it?
You still got to go to the permitting for the environmental pieces.
I know what
you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't, like, you're going to skip it. It can't. Okay? But...
because what you just said, we just skip it, right? Nobody thinks on... We don't think on these type of things as far as when it comes to it, right? Let me just give you my background. Go ahead, Richard.
No, so I was just going to say the only thing an executive, state of emergency does with respect to expediting is a procurement process, right? So you, instead of having to go out and get solicit bids and all of that stuff, you could just go straight, right?
Okay.
But
wait, wait.
Okay.
Yes, which is what Richard's going to say. People at the Virgin Islands, WAPA has already executed a contract with RG Electric to replace the plants on St. Croix and St. Thomas. Because of RG Electric, those additional 10 megawatts of standby generators was purchased through that contract. So when somebody says, oh, they got a new plan for WAPA and they're going to do something different, the first question I ask, are you going to do like what Paulie Joseph did? Are you going to stop the contract with RG Electric? Are you going to pause that and go and start over by putting that out to bid and solicit and get it under contract? WAPA has already done all of that.
We in the execution phase.
We're in the execution phase.
So when all these... I swear yesterday everybody turned an export on how to get WAPA fixed like you were saying.
Yes.
I see it through my social media. Everybody using ChatGPT flyer and them kind of thing to come and push out
That's the thing
this thing ridiculous. Either way.
Hey, listen, I got one for you, Scavi. I got that ChatGPT one for you. I
remember that conversation last night. But the reason I asked this question is because, when we have crisis like what we have right now going on in St. Thomas, there is opportunities. Now, whatever happened that brought the unit down 2 months ago, where we were 5 megawatts short.
Unit 15.
Yeah, from 5 megawatts short, right? And being able to see that and procure 10 megawatts of additional power to be instituted into the grid, right? That shows that we learned from our challenges. right?
Right.
And as a people, we need to understand that being smart don't mean you know the answers before situations happen. Being smart is knowing that when a situation happens, you prevent it from being able to happen again.
Yes.
So with this additional 10 megawatts, we are going to be able to presume that St. Thomas should be okay as long as we continue to get Unit 23.
Well, not Unit 20. As long as Unit
27.
27
yes.
remains function. They are trying to look at Unit 15 to try to get that repaired
As a backup.
as a backup.
Yes, as we should.
The other thing, so now people remember, last December, the governor and the legislature, we worked together.
Okay.
And we fast-tracked the solar projects on St. Thomas in Estate Fortuna and Estate Bovoni.
So they solar ain't up like
Their
St. Croix
solar
own.
is not up like St. Croix own.
Okay.
And so let me tell you something. If we had worked on St. Thomas first, St. Croix might have been in a position like we in today. But we worked on St. Croix first. So now we working there. They have already started doing work on Fortuna. I went out there and I checked myself. They're putting the post them in the ground for the solar farms. Yeah. Go check yourself, you know what I mean? And so the developer is working. We work with them every day and checking with them out, like how things going. They're trying to fast track some finance. This thing is about money, people. It's about money. The man got to get his money straight to be able to fast track and put more people on the job and buy the equipment. And a lot of it is financing. You got to go to the bank, and the bank they got to tell you do this. Ain't like he want to move slow.
But that tells you, just like you said with St. Thomas, there's no such thing as a perfect deal.
But look at that.
But they're making it happen as they go.
Listen, St. Thomas, we had to work with the CZM committee, the Coastal Zone Management Committee, to get this done. Because the President of the United States, the funding that was there for these projects, they changed the rules in the middle, and we were about to lose out. So we went and talked to the legislators, and they agreed. Listen, the majority of them agreed, like, we got to do this for us. We in a energy, we're in a bad state when it comes to energy in the St. Thomas district. So the Senate and the governor, we came together, and we passed it. We had to work with the CZM committee, whatever requirements they had, and we went to the legislature, and we got it done to secure the financial part of the deal. So they're working on it now. That's going to bring to the St. Thomas district it gotta be like 30 megawatts.
That's what it'll run at peak season.
30 megawatts. No, St. Thomas peak is like 60 megawatts.
Okay.
It's more than St. Croix.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. So that's going to bring additional. Remember, we talked about the 10.
Yes.
Right?
Plus what's there already.
And WAPA is also within about a 12-month period going to get some what's called temporary generators. So them old 27 and 15, RG is going to bring in some temporary generation while they rebuild the plant for the permanent generator. So if I go replace unit 27, I got to take it offline. I got to bring something.
Yes.
So there's going to be temporary generation there. All of that is part of the plan worked out on the timeline.
This is the plan that they're going to want to scrap and start over.
I don't know what they're going to scrap and redo.
So what the chief of staff is mentioning is all of these things are already in the works, right? They're already happening. Contracts are
Listen, the best engineers, the best technicians, the best architects have been looking at this already. We had to put the RFP out. We have to do all of this stuff. It's a design. Like, we have to do all of this. Like, all of a sudden, a new politician, because they're running for office, they go says, guess what, guys? None of y'all ain't know what y'all doing. The entire Water and Power Authority ain't know what you're doing. The consultants that we have, the other engineers, like, nobody ain't know what they're doing. But when I come in there, then all of a sudden, I'm going to fix all the problems because I'm going to become the engineer. I'm going to become the consultant. I'm going to do all of this. Listen, let me people about Governor Brian.
I know, Joe.
Governor Brian, the smartest thing about the governor is he know when to get in and he know when to step out of the way. Okay? As intelligent and creative he is, he allows people to walk, move, and then he makes the decision. We're going forward, and sometimes for us as his support staff, we like, Governor, forward movement, press gas. And he's like, whoa. Like, this why we need to like take a little time because there's unforeseen things that might be coming down the line. So you can't always just go 100 miles and I want to try to bank that car by his.
Slow down, Derek.
You know what I'm saying? So but you don't come out and say, listen, I's the man. Nobody else but me. Like, it don't work like that.
I like that. So now, we've been
And let me just say something, really,
ahead.
to the
We
people
got
at St. Thomas, St. John, who've been under the sufferation, right? Everybody's, I feel the pain. I over here on St. Croix. I was on St. Thomas Saturday night when the power went till Sunday, right? Then people in St. Thomas, St. John suffering really bad. And there's nobody in WAPA that ain't feeling it as well.
I agree.
We are like desperate to try to figure out how to get us to the next opportune time or the next milestone where we could get additional generators, a generation online for St. Thomas. That's what it's about for us. So we're scrambling to do that so we could get to the next milestone. So I really like, for everybody who may be from the St. Thomas, even if you got family out there, like, yeah, it ain't a happy day.
No.
To go through them rolling blackouts. Nobody's happy. Nobody's sleeping good. Nobody's comfortable. Whether you're inside WAPA, outside WAPA, you got current or you ain't got current. You feeling for your brother. If you got current, you still feeling for them. You know what I mean? So if you're upset out there, yeah, you got a right to be upset.
But that don't mean that we ain't walking.
That don't mean we ain't walking. It's just that you got to go through some of these steps in a certain way.
Yes.
Or else it's gonna just mash it up even worse.
You started about, as far as when we started our conversation, it was basically when you said, if you want me to tell you I go build you a house in one day, it's gonna be a knock-up house.
Yeah.
Right? So that's basically, you just came full circle with that. But even yesterday when we were saying, just having our little conversation yesterday, and I seen the staff of the government. Pops just want to show off. Just want to show off. Either way, yeah. I heard them talking about, making sure the office is available to the employees to be able to come in and charge the phone.
Yeah.
Having restroom facilities in the office, knowing that these situations are there and their employees from various departments can come, not only themselves, but sometimes come with the family in order to have that shower because the building might have a generator. That kind of compassion I heard from you guys, co-workers, I don't know how you could get that out in the public, because people really want to be under the impression that just because you became an elected official or you work in government or you have a title that seems to speak of superiority, that you don't have love for your fellow citizens. And that was farthest from the truth with that conversation we had yesterday.
Yeah, one of the first things we did, we allowed the employees of the government to come in at 12. People say, well, what difference that going to make if the power don't come on? But we got a lot of people who have to come into work, police officers, nurses.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so we try to work with them that says, listen, if you take a little extra time, a little step, so that you can still come in. You know what I'm saying? So, and it will take you a little longer. If you don't got power, it may be a little more different to catch the water, heat up the water, do what you got to do to be able to come out of the house. If you got children and whatnot, to situate them based on what's going on. So that was the first thing that we did. We were hoping to actually get power on sooner, but on this technical generator side, we learned that WAPA had the last thing that they needed to get online was 3 units that ain't had no problem. Last night or earlier in the day, the units that had problem, they had fixed them.
Yes.
But now, when the plant went down, 3 of the good units
the failure codes
had a stop warning, all the shutdown warning on them that you couldn't start it back.
Yeah.
And so they had to clear that out, and there's a process to go through to clear that out. So they had to go through that. So it ain't easy. This is just the technical nature of the job. You know what I mean?
I'll give you something that we got over there for as we get future, and we stopped doing it on my job. They had where every 6 months we used to have a PM. Yeah, we used to have a PM to do emergency shutdown restart. Right? So we had checklists and everything that need to be done, right, in order for us to ramp back up. And even though we ain't down, everybody in the plant, from the electrician side to the maintenance side, will go through these steps every 6 months to try to make sure that we are in like a drill, like how you do incident command practice, right?
Yeah.
You're right. You gotta make sure you do that. So it's like basically a PM that will come up that we know that this day we're gonna do a blackout, start out recovery. right? And these are the type of things that I know that the authority is going to put in, because with these generators, they're going to require situations like that, because it might happen again for another year and a half.
Yeah.
And then how quickly we forget because of all the other challenges that we're going to be fighting throughout the year and a half.
Yep.
But with these type of situations, it'll help us to just begin to build muscle memory, right? And the people who did what they did last night, to come back, they need to bring them back in our room, and we need to go back and start to capture all these things as much as we can. We're going to miss some, and then start to put that into our plan, and then we just start. This man on the radio calling, hey, you do such and such? Yeah, I did such and such, such and such, such and such. You call it out.
Yeah.
And that's going to help us for the future to be ready for this. Because trust me, this blackout take this long the last time. The next time ain't going to take this long. The next time ain't going to take this long. It's going to end up being like you're saying, St. Croix, 2 hours, we back up and running.
Yeah.
You know, so with that...
And what got plan to make sure that we even try to eliminate that blackout business with getting some batteries in the plant. So they got a whole heap of things that they got going on. You know, I leave it for them to tell the story.
Yeah. So, no, we've been here for a while.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully the word got out. We got so much more that we want to talk about. You tell me you're going to see if the bus could swing through. No matter what time of the day I am available, just like you. So if the boss want to pull up at 9 o'clock in the night and we make it a whole party session with the boss, we can make
he may actually love that.
We'll get some finger foods out there, you know what I'm saying? And we make this our own little fish fry.
Yeah. Well, you know, Scavi, I really want to thank...
Before that, I want you to talk about the chat GPT thing.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I want everybody who go there doing chat GPT flyers and so.
Yeah, give them exactly how to do.
So back in my days with Generation, we used to do, and I was one of the authors of the report card, the senatorial report card. So I want to tell everybody out there, all the chat post up people left.
Yes.
Go run a chat on the Brian Roach administration. Ask it for the report card on the Brian Roach administration, and ask it for the report card on the other administration. And they tell you independently, without all the spin and all the thing. You could do whatever you want.
So how we saying it slow enough because we want them to go do it. So how would you say? So we gonna put in Brian Roach administration. I don't use chat GPT. I don't actually type and let my misspelling go. me like Richard. My thing ain't got to be Chris. So when you put it in, you say Brian Roach.
So just say, listen, provide me with a report card on the Brian Roach administration for the last eight years that they've been in office. And see, he'll give you. He's going to tell you. And just see what he come up with.
And then put it against whatever administration you choose
to. Yeah. And see what he come up with. Because everybody will be on the Facebook and coming up with their own analysis, right? Mm-hmm. And so let me just see what ChatGPT got. Because 8 years, people, we've been grinding from the start. Mm-hmm. We did 1,000 projects in the first 4 years. The disaster recovery, we put $1 billion. We got about $4 or $5 billion projects out to bid. So I saw somebody says, they got $20 and only 3 spent. But they ain't saying how much under contract. Dana Christensen building or they're building the school. And we break ground about 4 schools just now.
Central.
You know what I mean? Like it'll take a lot to get it done. So we've been grinding with all the other economic development items that we've been having. Solar, most solar per capita. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like we've been grinding, and we could only do it for 8 years. I think we're very proud of the work we've done. We've not done everything. Yes. We got challenges.
Yes.
And guess what? When the next man come after us and finish, it will still got challenges because that's the name of the game.
That's the name of the game. Man, thank you guys for swinging through. I was supposed to leave
at 5 o'clock. Thank you guys for having us.
But Scabby, that's the name of the game. We don't work overtime every day, all day. You see last night?
Yeah, it's for the people.
Yeah.
It's for the people. So...
Hey, shout out to the Row FM listeners, man. Shout out to the boss lady.
Yeah, big up yourself, Halima. You know what I mean? Thank you for letting me come through.
But I'm gonna tell her now, right? We need some of this last lap money on the station, you know.
You got to talk to them running campaign, you know. You got to
talk. No, we talking about we talking the last lap money, whatever that is.
Well, no, listen. I think it's important to, and I told Richard that speaking to, you don't got to all the radio stations and do all the political stuff, but some of our people don't tune into that. Some of them stations have got 20, 30 people listen every day and want to direct. But the other populace, those of you guys who you don't like listening to politics every day.
Correct.
We want a little, conscious vibes. We want some
variety. Variety.
And so we just came today. Hopefully we didn't interrupt y'all afternoon too much, but we tried to just give you a little information.
Yes.
So that as you get bombarded with all the other in this political season, you get a little better, different viewpoint, because we ain't running for nothing. The governor ain't running for no office.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
But, we got to defend the work that we've been doing for the last 8 years, and it's going to count, and it's going to create dividends. It don't need to be no.
No. It's
But
never no.
It's never no.
Never
But, the seeds that we planted today going to bear fruit for us and our children, and hopefully our children.
And the motto is for this administration, we ain't running for nothing, but we still ain't running from nothing.
Yes.
Hey, 101.3. Hey, Richard, thank you, man.
Yeah, man.
And Kevin, we definitely wrapped it up, man. It was a great conversation, and I think
appreciate you.
We're going to do it again.
Appreciate
for
you.
sure. All right, brothers.
All right.
You're listening to Everything Virgin Islands. 101.3 Row FM. WEVI.
Join Donna Fred Gregory and Rodney Moorhead, candidates for governor and lieutenant governor, for the official launch of Enough is Enough, the plan forward. Here's their bold plan to deliver results for the U.S. Virgin Islands. Friday, June 5th at 5:30 p.m. on the St. Thomas Waterfront Promenade, across from the District Court. On St. Croix, join us for the watch party at our Lorraine headquarters. Donna and Rodney will turn hope into action and action into a brighter future. Enough is enough. It's time for results. We'll see you there. Tune in to Row FM this Friday for the live stream broadcast on Facebook and on the dial at 1013 Row FM WEVI.
Virgin Island people, they tell me they set and ready for this. They want strength in government. 2026. No bones, no blood in a kitchen.
Welcome to the newly renovated Vegetarian Creation Restaurant. They're located in the courtyard at the Ballppark Village Mall in St. Croix. Go and check out their spread of tasty, mouth-watering vegan dishes like red beans and coconut rice, vegetable stir-fried quinoa with mushroom, collard greens and asparagus, vegan protein, tofu, bean meat, just to name a few. They have lasagna and kalaloo too. Veggie burgers, Rasta chicken sandwiches made on our in-house bun, pastries, cake, cookies, and more. Snack on our seasoned and spicy popcorn. Vegetarian Creation have local drinks, passion fruit, cruise punch, golden apple, and more. Ask about their special power drinks. Let Veggie Creation tantalize your taste buds with smoothies from our liquid lab juice bar, all infused with our special ingredients. Love. They are the original home of the famous fried cauliflower Rasta chicken. Vegetarian Creation cater for your special needs. Come, let us tantalize your taste buds. Open Monday through Saturdays from 11:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Give them a call today and make your order. 340-773-4772.
No bones, no blood in a kitchen.
Is your Homer business ready for a fresh new look? Phantom Eyes LLC has got you covered from top to bottom. From professional painting and power washing to tiling, masonry, cistern services, and deep cleaning, even yard cleanup. Phantom Eyes LLC does it all, and they do it right. We bring precision, reliability, and an eye for detail to every project. Big job or small job, your property is our priority. Call 340-226-3610 today and let Phantom Eyes LLC transform your space. Phantom Eyes LLC. If you can imagine it, we can improve it.
What you saying? I saved me, boy. You ain't hear about that shooting the other day with partner that been in our class? Yeah, I can't believe it. I just see this man the other day. Man, we really have to leave the guns them alone, man. Ain't worth it at all. You're right, dog. We have families, children, and we really just suffering for no reason. You know our classmate leave a youth behind? Yeah. I done talk to my younger brother them and tell them to stay out of trouble and just talk to somebody if they need help. Yeah, I gonna do the same thing too. Be easy, my boy. Yes, sir.
Hey kings, fellas, my VI men, we need you to stop the bleeding. We need you to be an example and lead our community into the future. We don't want to bury another brother.
This message has been brought to you by the St. Croix Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated and Crime Stoppers USVI 1-800-222-TIPS.
Is your Homer business ready for a fresh new look? Phantom Eyes LLC has got you covered from top to bottom. From professional painting and power washing to tiling, masonry, cistern services, and deep cleaning, even yard cleanup. Phantom Eyes LLC does it all, and they do it right. We bring precision, reliability, and an eye for detail to every project. Big job or small job, your property is our priority. Call 340-226-3610 today and let Phantom Eyes LLC transform your space. Phantom Eyes LLC. If you can imagine it, we can improve it.
Hello, Virgin Islanders. This is Dr. Ty Hunt Caesar with the Virgin Islands Department of Health. I'm inviting you to the 2026 USVI Health and Wellness Fair, a territory-wide effort to bring free healthcare services directly to the community. Parents, bring your young ones 4 years and older for children's exams, sports physicals, and vaccinations. Women, get your clinical breast exams, pap smear, and HPV screening. And men, get your digital rectal exam. We will also be providing biometrics such as blood pressure and sugar or glucose, mental wellness services, and much more. Join us on St. Thomas from June 1st to June 5th at the Old Kmart in Lockhart Gardens. On St. Croix from June 8th to June 12th at the Central High School. And on St. John from June 22nd to June 24th at the Morris DeCastro Clinic. Doors open from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And remember, all services are free. Whether you need a routine checkup or services for your child, we look forward to seeing you there.
From the VI Radio Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Scott Kaplan. Skies will be clear to partly cloudy as we head into the nighttime hours. It'll be breezy. Temperatures will drop into the upper 70s. Mix of sunshine and clouds, breezy on Wednesday. A shower or two possible. Temperatures will get up into the upper 80s. Any showers taper off Wednesday evening, partly cloudy overnight. Low in the middle to upper 70s. Hazy sunshine on Thursday as some more Saharan dust moves in. Breezy and hot. Highs will get up close to 90 degrees. Hazy sunshine continues on Friday. Breezy again. Highs around 90. Looking ahead to Saturday, more of the same. Mostly sunny skies. Still hazy. Breezy and hot with a high temperature close to 90 degrees one more time. From the VI Radio Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Scott Kaplan.
Yeah, and girl, me want for you all, yo. Put me arms right around you. Girl, you give me the tightest hold me ever get in my life. Girl, me want for just squeeze you. Put me things all around you. Girl, you give me the tightest hold me ever get in my life. Me hide them jam, me no care. We take it anytime, anywhere. In the square, so me no fear. Long as a woman, I will be there. Me want a girl, me can't wine for me. Me want a girl, me can't take care of me. Let me feel it, let me feel it. Oh, me have to really squeeze it. Girl, me want for you all, yo. Put me arms right around you. Girl, you give me the tightest hold me ever get in my life. Yo, me just want to squeeze you. Put me things all around you. Girl, you give me the tightest hold me ever get in my life. Oh Lord, like a fast bike on the road, boom, 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 boom. Girl, on the back and she a boom, 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 boom. Give me the vagabond, not the fat cum, cum, cum. Me the play last one time, it come to cum, cum. Me out of control, I'm more fire she want in her soul. She say more and more and still she grown. And still me multiply more, girl, no I fi just hold ya. Put me arms right around ya. Girl, you give me the tightest hold me ever get in my life. Girl, me want fi just squeeze ya. Put me arms right around ya. Girl, you give me the tightest hold me ever get in my life. Squeeze ya, around ya. Tightest hold me ever get in my life. Tightest hold me ever get in my life. Oh, me hide them try and me no care. Me take it anytime, anywhere. In the square. So